Well, we're live.
That's right.
So if you want to bore everybody with our diet talk, now's the
Yeah.
time to do it.
3 old men talking about how many calories and salt.
Hey, I didn't say shit, and you're over there going, I've only had 900 grams of salt today. That's not bad.
Milligrams.
Not bad.
If I had 926 grams, actual grams, I'd be way over.
Yeah, Kevin would probably be fucking floating in the Atlantic Ocean with that much salt.
Wow. And then I'd probably be drinking the water out of the Atlantic Ocean, which would equal even more salt in me, which...
Actually, you might, with so much salt you've been taking in, you might pollute the ocean.
Good. That's a good point.
Yeah, just the salt, though.
Yeah. Not the fecal matter or the urine or...
You're fine. It's just the salt.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's
No,
it.
yeah, so apparently KJG and I have been tracking our calories and tracking our intakes, and my kid got me hooked on this last week, and it's working out, dude.
What app are you using?
It's called Fat Secret.
Secret's out. You got it.
No,
Secret's out. You're fucking fat.
I mean, they should call it fat shaming, actually, but, you know.
But
It
I
is
guess
what it
it's
is.
because it's your secret because it's on your phone. So, like,
guess.
no one else could really know.
All right, fair enough.
I'm sure plenty of people can see what's on your phone. I don't think there's
point,
any
yeah.
secrets there.
That's all right. You know, and if they can't, they'll just get a balloon and just put a balloon in your house.
Fill it with salt?
Yeah, fill it with salt.
Gotcha.
Salt balloon.
I was wondering where you were going with that.
Well, everyone's making the jokes about how, like, everyone's about the Chinese spy balloon
Okay.
and how, like, everyone's commenting on it from an iPhone. Like, how dare they spy on us? Sent this from an iPhone.
Sent from iPhone.
Yeah, like, it's the most hack joke that everyone's doing.
Gotcha.
And, like, since the whole balloon thing started, I thought I had a good one on Facebook.
Oh, there you
I was
go.
like, why didn't they just make the whole balloon out of the black box?
Oh,
Oh, jeez.
Aye.
I know that's hacky, but it's intentionally hacky. These people actually think they're funny with the fucking jokes.
Yeah, but the other thing is they're probably posted on TikTok as well. Doesn't TikTok get tracked by the Chinese government? Am I wrong on that? I don't know.
That's
no
pretty
idea.
cool.
I try to stay out of nonsense like that.
Me too.
Speaking of nonsense, that was not what you'll find on the show tonight.
No,
Because we have May Valentine joining us this evening.
that's right.
NWA's own May Valentine. Stood up by Aron Stevens due to paperwork, May Valentine. Going to ask her about that today.
It's understandable.
And I think we're going to be playing a round of Can You Beat That tonight, too.
Is that right?
I think so. I hope Matt's ready. He's not here yet. Hopefully we won't have to strip. Well, hopefully I won't have to submit to the committee that he is stripped of the Can You Beat That championship. Because, you know, the lineage of that championship is already disputed because Christian Rocco has yet to return to the show.
Right.
So
But-
just like the NWA's World Championship, this championship is very much disputed.
Well, of course. Of course it is. Your boy is challenging this weekend.
That's right.
Enough said.
Woo, woo, woo.
Which I now have to pay for because there's no more family plan or whatever you want to call it on Fight
Family
TV.
plan.
Whatever they call it.
Subscription.
I don't know. Anytime there's some sort of gimmick, I just call it friends and family. It just sounds so much more like
Does
personal,
make
you know?
sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Like-
PayPal?
Well, like I'm on Fortnite and I'm part of like the Fortnite crew, but I just call it like Fortnite friends and family.
All right, so
'cause
let me ask you
everybody's
this, Tony. Is this something that you legally share with other people?
What? Fight?
Yeah, NWA.
Well, I mean, I've shared it.
Right,
I
but
don't
it's
know if
not
I
like
can
all of our names aren't on the bill.
No, well, I pay for it.
Right, so it's not a friends and family plan.
Well, but I feel like I'm a friend and a family of the National Wrestling Alliance.
Ah,
all right.
Right?
And you
I
are.
mean,
well
of course
done.
I am.
Yes.
Got my NWA Legacy shirt on tonight, too. Just
Well,
for the
wonderful.
occasion.
You were one of the 12 people that watched the program.
Oh, that's not true.
I
That's
love
not
it, actually.
true.
No, I swear to God, I watched it. Matt.
Wow.
Tony. Tony, I liked NWA better than I liked Impact this week.
Whoa!
Oh, yeah.
Whoa!
Oh, yeah.
Revelation.
We'll get into it all. And that and more. May Valentine joins us next. Episode 623 of the Shining Wizards Wrestling Podcast.
The following is a presentation of the Shining Wizards Network, broadcasting live in high-definition video and available on all podcasting and streaming platforms. Follow us on social media at Wizards Podcast. Check out our merchandise at merch.shiningwizards.com. Do your Amazon shopping at amazon.shiningwizards.com. And become a Patreon supporter at patreon.com/wizardspodcast. And now, it's time for the Shining Wizards.
This is the prestigious one, Joe Hendry here, and you are listening to the Shining Wizards podcast.
What's up, fuckers?
From the motherfucking Shining Wizards.
Grab his dick and twist it! Dummy, yeah.
No. Fuck no.
You cocksucker!
Well,
Shining Wizards rule the world.
I don't know what happened.
Oh boy.
My loop back just completely crashed.
Oh no. Well, maybe it'll loop back.
Oh, Jesus, Jiminy Jehoshaphat. I really don't know what happened there. You tuned in live to episode 623 of the Shining Wizards Wrestling Podcast, live on all forms of social media, the Facebooks, the Twitters, the Twitches, and the YouTubes, and going with you wherever you go without music, because we're available on all podcasting and streaming platforms. We're waiting for Matt. We're waiting for May Valentine. But while we're waiting, let's get into some wrestling talk.
And talk about wrestling.
Tony.
KJG.
And the one to my left, right, somewhere over there, with the stunning good looks, working the ones and twos, but not saving me from disasters and catastrophes with the music.
That's handsome. Kevin.
Dude, I really don't know what happened. Like, I'm like, oh my God, everything's just popping up with errors. What the hell? Why have you besmirched me?
Too much Kermit.
Dude, what is going on? Apparently, I really don't understand.
Oh boy. Oh no, Tony. What's gonna happen here?
All right. Well, I'm gonna check on a few things. So you guys chitter chatters amongst yourselves for a second. Let me just check the settings.
And that's 100% how you want to open a show.
What did you see? Did you see that Mark Order hand pop up over his head?
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
Is this a Bray Wyatt takeover from the B show?
I was gonna say it might be. Where's the subliminal messaging happening?
No, well, I hope not. We should be doing it on their show. We have the power.
There it is.
Can you guys still hear me? You still hear me, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, let me know if you hear this.
Wait, what?
Whoa! Oh yeah.
Give me one more. I'm not sure.
Whoa!
One more time.
Whoa!
I love the big package. One more time. Give me something else.
Wait, more errors came up.
well.
Right, I'm not sure if I heard that.
Outlandish!
Hell yeah!
What else you got? Wait, Tony, can Moose hear us? Do you know if Moose can hear us?
I can't. I got to change pages for that.
Well, at least Moose can hear us. Yes, I heard Moose. There you go.
Right,
We're good.
Cool.
The Mott's box is loud and clear on Facebook.
All right, cool. Thank you. What do we call Matspako?
Yeah, Matos Spako.
Holy shit! I'm trying to. Okay, all right. So I think everything's good. I think we're working. Thank you guys for helping me work through it.
Always.
Of course.
Appreciate
I just wanted to hear more drops.
Oh, like
God damn!
That's right.
Oh shit! Wait, that's pay-per-view picks. We're not doing that. Right? Dude, why is it giving me error messages? Like, what is going on?
I told
here?
you, too much Kermit, Tony. You got to stop with the Kermit. Just give it like a day or two. Just take
Use
a
your
day.
phone, man. Use your phone, man. Use your phone.
Oh,
You
I know
can
what it is.
cast your phone to the TV.
The problem is all these things are like linked to different things now. I don't know. Something crashed on this. I've got error messages upon error messages, but I'm getting there. We're good. We're good.
Yeah, work through it.
As long as everybody heard Joe Hendry at home.
I love Joe Hendry, even though he's going to lose to my boy next week on Impact for that Digital Media Championship. But big Joe Hendry guy. I'm very impressed with the liner. So full disclosure, before we started the show, Tony asked me, Kevin, pick a letter of the alphabet. And I said J. And that's how Tony decided on what liner we were going to use. And he picked a great one with Joe Hendry. Haven't heard that one in a little while, I don't think. Have we? Or ever?
Do you guys Are we hearing like static in the background? Are you guys picking up on something, or are we clear?
Might be my furnace. I'm in a basement.
I'm not
Maybe
picking
it
up.
is. Maybe it is your first. Kev, try muting your. Well, KJG, try muting your microphone for a second. I want to see if maybe that's it.
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
There it is.
That's a Yahtzee.
Hoogabooey. No, it is what it is, bro. Keep your house warm. No worries. I just wanted to see if we could figure out.
Well,
what
no,
it
but
was.
now it gives me I might have to relocate for next week. Then that means
No, you're good.
fuck it. So is that? Oh, maybe that was. There's no way that's what it was.
I don't think so because it sounded different. Wait,
Yeah.
let me get this going.
Yeah, it's the furnace. Never been there.
Oh my goodness.
Jesus.
Now I'm having OCD about this freaking furnace.
You got to move on, man. Got to move on, or just let the pipes freeze.
Matt's not here. Kevin shot. We're down to 2.
Yep.
Well, how are you, Tony?
I'm losing weight, feeling great.
There you go.
I don't know. Same shit, different day. SSDD.
Different plate is where you should have gone there.
Ah, look at
No.
you.
No, same shit, different pants is where you should have gone there.
You can wash pants.
All right. Full disclosure. Woke up Saturday morning, had a hemorrhoid.
All right, so what exactly is that?
It's like when a blood vessel comes out of your butthole. Kevin. Dude, the look on your face is like looking like which way to go with it.
Well, all right. All right.
All right, you got a question. I know you do.
So is it like I always thought they were like I always thought that they were like spherical. Are they like
I mean, they feel it. I've never actually like looked at it. I'm sure they are. I'm sure we could pull up some pictures of hemorrhoids.
No, we don't have to do that.
You don't need to do that, Tony.
Nope.
I mean, I do for my own edification.
Share them in the
have
Discord.
one.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's not like I'm down with my legs akimbo looking with a mirror. I mean, I know what
how
it
do you know
feels like. Well, here, Kev, since you've never had one, handsome Kev,
I don't
have you ever had a hemorrhoid?
Oh, man. I have
Okay.
not.
So the telltale sign, you ever wipe and get toilet paper stuck in your butthole a little bit and it feels weird? That's kind of what it feels like, but there's nothing stuck there but yourself.
All right.
Right?
Well, how do you get rid of it?
Well, funny you should ask. For the adventurous types, you can actually push it back in, which most people
I
recommend.
can where? In
your hole.
In the thing.
See, because the problem is it's a blood vessel that got protruded, like that prolapsed, and you kind
How
of
does it know where to go?
That's the problem. It doesn't. You got to tuck it back in. You say, "Hey, buddy, wrong way."
You know what? Sorry I asked.
So you could do that, or you could do the method that I used on this one because it wasn't so terrible. A little bit of the pH and put it on there for a day or two, and woke up this morning, no more hemorrhoids. So it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to
So
be.
what's the all right? So what's the difference? Like, what is like? Which one's safer? That's like if you put the pH on, it doesn't like.
Well, the pH
Does it
has
go-
stuff in it, kind of shrinks it up, and when it shrinks, it goes whoop, it goes back in.
Huh.
You're talking to the guy that had a fistula. Remember I had surgery and I was wearing a fucking maxi pad when we had Ricky the Dragon Steamboat at the fucking wrestling thing in Monroe?
I don't remember that, but I remember the day.
Yeah, I had an operation on my asshole like 2 days prior.
We shared a room that night.
Oh, did we?
I think
that was the one we did. Maybe.
Or no, was that? Or did you show up in the morning?
I shared a room with you one time. I cannot
Yeah, because you were
confirm
there the
or
night
deny.
before. Yeah. I think that was Steamboat.
Might have been. Might have
Matt
been.
showed up.
Yep.
Yeah. Or maybe Matt was there too. Was Matt there too?
Yeah, it was the three of us that stood in a room.
Oh.
Yep, and I had surgery on my asshole.
Oof.
I think I actually named one of the episodes in the archive "Pray for My A-hole" or something like that.
That sounds like early Wizards.
Yep, sure does.
Boy,
How
oh
about you-
boy, oh boy.
How about you guys? What was up this past week for you guys? Anything exciting, different? Nothing?
Man, I wish I had something exciting to tell you, man. Had a little checkup at the doc. Turns out I got a little high blood pressure. So, like you, I'm trying to watch what I eat and monitoring my sodium intake.
Nice.
So,
Nice.
working on
Good
that.
for you. Taking care of yourself. I like
I've
it.
got to try as I chug this PBR.
Well, there you go. Well, that'll wash all the salt away.
That's right. Only 10 milligrams in this bad boy.
Nice.
Oh, no idea. Oh, that could be good or bad. I have no clue.
It's good.
So Kevin Rogue was pounding hams this weekend, whatever they are.
Hemorrhoids.
I didn't have any. I can assure you, I was not pounding any hemorrhoids. No, I just had a show on Saturday. Went real well. Like I was telling Tony, I don't know if I told you, Kevin, but family show at a high school, and I got the double birds from a couple people and a couple of big old fuck yous from the crowd. So
Nope, you're a heel.
from at a family show, you don't expect it, but definitely welcomed it. So it was a real fun show, and yeah, there might have been a hams I came across in the locker room. I didn't pound it. I wasn't pounding hemorrhoids, but I'm gonna keep hemorrhoids. That will live in the Midwest now, Kevin. Thank
Well,
you.
I'm writing it down for a possible name of the show, but I'm sure our guest of honor will have that title.
There's gotta be somebody out there that knows fucking hams. Somebody in the chat. Hams beer. Tell me you know it.
One of the bars that I go to is like literally, we used to have Natty Bow, Schaefer, Schlitz, all these different beers. So if there was a place that would have had hams in New Jersey, it would have been Dylan's down the street from me. So if they didn't have it, then I don't think anyone in Jersey had it.
What is Natty Bow?
Natty Bow, Natural Bohemian. It's a beer out of Baltimore.
Natural Bohemian. The only Natty I ever knew was Natty Ice. Or Natty Light, too, I guess.
Oh, coming through in the clutch again. My man. Shit, yeah, I know hams. How the fuck do you people not know it?
Because we're civilized on the East Coast. That's how.
It's really not true at all. But
Fucking civilized talking about your hemorrhoid.
you open the show with hemorrhoids and drinking.
Yeah, but you
Pabst
guys,
Blue Ribbon.
but now you see, if you guys get a hemorrhoid, you know exactly what you need to do.
Call you up, ask you to push it back in for me.
Well, I mean, do you want the hand treatment or do you want other treatments?
You know, whatever gets the job done. I like the job to be done efficiently, Tony.
I like the way you think. I mean, it's good for skin, right?
Doesn't matter how it's absorbed. That's the next question.
Doesn't matter which skin.
Now I'm sorry I brought it up.
Did any of you jackasses read the notes?
Of course, I got them right here.
All right, where are we going? What are we starting off with? We got May Valentine coming up. Matt should be joining us soon. That wasn't a joke. He's like supposed to be joining us tonight, but not here yet. And we power on. What do you want to go with, Kev?
Do we want to start with the picks from the weekend? Do we have that?
Do we have it? I don't know if we do. Do we have it? Is it in the
Find
system?
out. Let's find out.
Is it in the notes that what's his nuts
we
gave
did.
us? Oh, fuck yeah.
I think, right? 2020. Oh no, wait, does that I don't know. This looks right, I think. Yeah. That's got to be up to date.
Yeah, it is up to date, actually. I guess I went 4-2. Kev, you went 4-2. Brundon went 4-2. Matt went 4-2, and handsome Kevin went 2-4.
Yo, what were you thinking, bro?
Well, here's let me tell you. All right, I'll explain myself because I think at this point it is important to explain myself.
No, you got to show your work.
So my thought was going through the picks, and I was reminded of them that morning, and I was already just about out the door on the road to get to the show. So my mind was completely elsewhere, trying to juggle things to for the show. And I read the card, and I picked with my heart. I put no more thought into it, but with my heart, and went with it.
You are off to a bad start if it's going to be that kind of year, bro.
What I wanted to see is what I picked.
Yeah, but you can't go by that. I'm
well aware.
That's a fatal flaw in this business. I did that a few times the first year, and I fucking paid for it.
Yeah. No, it didn't. It didn't. Obviously, didn't show well for me. But that was my thought, man. I didn't want to like I was like I said, I was already out the door. I had to get the picks in. I wasn't going to just no pick it. So
Right. Well, yeah, because then you'd be. I've done that before, by the way.
I believe it.
Not a total goose egg in, because I totally forgot to pick the show on time, and right, Tony, that happened, right?
Yeah, but we gave you like you had a punishment that you had to get your picks in early. But
Oh yeah,
gave
I
you
was
the points for it.
suspended. I was suspended like 3 games, or like where I had to like.
Well, he had to get
I
his
was
shit in
forced to
early
get my
for,
picks
like,
in first.
Yeah.
For 3, and then it got extended because
because at 6:59, Kevin sent in his picks, and Matt and I couldn't send ours in yet, so we were like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah. So I got my punishment extended. So,
but in fairness, I was the only one that didn't pick a match. I thought I picked the Drew Gulak match, and I completely fucking didn't put it in my picks.
No,
After we talked about it for 10 minutes before I put my picks in.
You most certainly did not. You most certainly did not. And then there was one time I remember because it was like 1 o'clock in the morning. I think it was like a New Japan show or something. Yep. And like they're like, Kevin, did he get his picks in? And then like, oh wait, he emailed them because I didn't want to wake them up at like 1:30 in the morning with the text.
Yeah, well, and Kevin knows that that really doesn't matter to me. I've texted shit at like 5 in the morning.
Not a while.
I wake up and like I'm brushing my teeth and I start looking at my phone to check my emails and I'm like, oh yeah, and I start texting these idiots. And Kevin's like, fuck you, Tony, fucking waking me up at 6 a.m. Who the fuck is up at this time of the morning?
Yeah.
Oh, I guarantee you I am.
Yeah, but you're an hour behind. You're good.
Yeah, but I'm up around 5 o'clock our time, Central.
Oh,
God damn, dude.
Gross.
It's so much fun. So I guess me and KJG and the Bergman are tied for first at 9-2.
That's right. Matt's 8-3, and
Matt's 8-3, and Handsome Kevin's already bringing up the rear just the way he likes.
That's how I like it. I said you can't slow me down now.
Right.
I'm gonna raise that rear.
So you're at what, 5-4? I think he's at 5-4.
Yeah, he's 5-4, I believe.
Already in the hole.
I mean, he's still above 500, so anything's possible.
Well, I mean, it's still very early, but if motherfucker's going to keep betting with his heart, it's going to be an early season for him.
Did either of you guys watch this show?
No, I didn't.
Not yet. Not yet.
Is that me? You guys hear that?
That might be me. Hold on. No, you guys can keep talking if you can hear me.
Oh, yeah. So I did catch it. And
is that better?
What?
No.
Hold on. Let me take
so that's me.
Now it's gone.
Is it gone?
It's gone.
Yeah,
Nope.
It is you.
It's Kevin.
It's you. It's you, boy.
You.
It was
Holy
me?
shit. Yeah, it was you.
It was
now
you.
You're fine.
Yeah.
I think it just got loose.
I did not get a chance to watch Vengeance Day yet. I am looking forward to it because there's quite a few matches that I wanted to see. What's worth watching? What's worth skipping? Is the whole thing worth skipping? Tell me about it.
The whole thing is definitely not worth skipping. But if I had to pick off the top of my head, the 3 matches that I absolutely loved would be the opener for the North American Championship, Wesley versus Dijak. I absolutely love that match. And in the group chat, Brendan sent a picture of Dijak's hand, which I didn't even notice in the match.
Right.
His finger was totally friggin' dislocated from his other finger or whatever.
He was trying to push in hemorrhoids.
Yeah, exactly. No, I was thinking of a really a joke to say, but it was so bad in my head that I had to stop it.
It's good.
So Wesley versus Donovan Dijak. Dijak almost killed himself in a Hurricane Rana from Wesley, which I one of those. Do you ever watch a match and you always go whoa?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And or you go even at live shows, that always I get so embarrassed when I do it. But when we're at a show and I see a bump that scares me and I go
yep.
And everyone's looking at me, I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, I just thought it looked bad.
Right.
But probably totally safe, but it looked bad. So that I would watch. I would go out of my way to watch the 3-way match between Roxana Perez, Gigi Dolan, and JC Jane. Just because I feel like Roxana Perez, former guest of the show, Roxy, is a freak and is destined for incredible things, and she's a 1 in a million talent.
Like Scott Steiner's freaks.
Very much so. Wait, what? No, not like Seth Jones. No, but she's a freak of nature, and I think she's only 22, maybe 21.
Oh.
So she's awesome, and the story between Gigi Dolan and JC Jane as a toxic attraction, starting, feuding, coming back together. That match was incredible. I mean, I didn't actually watch the women's tag team match. Oh my God, Casey Catanzaro and James against I don't even know who the other fucking people are, but
it doesn't matter. They're the new champs anyway.
Yeah, the new champs. Yeah. Fallon Henry and Kiana James against
that match I picked wrong. That match I picked wrong, and I picked the North American. I thought Dijak was going to win, so those are my two.
So did I.
On the evening.
I picked Dijak. I picked. I'll never pick against Katana Chance just because we went to the same college. Never do it. Not gonna happen. I don't care if whatever happens. I'll never pick against her. So, and plus, like, this storyline between Fallon Henry and Kiana James has been kind of weird from what I've seen. I haven't watched a lot of NXT, but I've watched enough to know that there's like back and forth between them too. So,
Wait. I got to stop you here, Kevin. You will not pick against somebody simply because they attended the same school as you?
That's right.
Towson, baby.
Interesting. Okay.
Never.
See, this is why Kevin doesn't win anymore either, because he bets with his heart.
No.
Yeah, but how many matches has Katana Chance been in the last 3 years?
7?
Probably not a lot. So I don't think that's what's killing me.
Well, I think I did win by 7 last year.
Yeah, Katana Chance may have been in one match.
Now let me ask you this: if Jeff Dahmer went to your same school,
oh,
you still picking him in the picks?
Would you be eating?
Is he a wrestler?
Yeah, why not?
Yes,
Yeah, sure.
I'm picking him every time.
This shit comes out about him, and you're standing by your picks.
Well, if this comes out about him, I'm guessing he's not going to be wrestling anymore.
Not anymore.
But if before I know he's a serial killer and he's wrestling, yeah, I'm picking him every time.
Are you standing up for him in court?
No, why would I do that? That's silly.
Where do you draw the line?
I'm talking about wrestling picks.
All right. Just one. I just thought it was weird. I want to know. I don't want to know where the line is, where it stands up.
No, it's just very. I like when people from college, like, it's a weird freaking animal, man. Like, you love seeing like people from your college like succeed, like even if you can't, like, you love seeing it. So seeing Katana Chance, aka she's from Belleville, New Jersey too, which is in my county. She's in Essex County.
Right over the river from me.
Right over the river from Tony. So I will never not root for her.
Okay.
Towson Dance Team, which is smoke shows always. So there you go. Matt's wearing a hat. He's back. He's joining
us.
us.
Look at this Burt Kreischer looking motherfucker.
Matt is here.
He does, doesn't he? Son of a bitch. Do they call you the Machine?
We'd like to welcome Shining Wizards Matt to the program. Heard you had a bit of a rough afternoon, buddy. You doing okay?
It's been a rough week, friends.
It's only Monday, dude. You got 5 more days to look forward to. Hopefully we can turn this shit around.
Oh, look at it. Go in there. Go in there. You've earned it.
Fuck yeah.
You know what?
How much sodium's in that beer?
Yeah,
salt content.
I don't think they have it on cans. I don't think they have nutrition facts on cans.
They have to.
I'd like to put some salt on some cans.
There's 3 milligrams, less than 1%.
But that's not a beer. What is that?
It's a cider.
Oh, nice.
3 milligrams on a cider?
It's practically like drinking apple juice. It's good for you.
What's up, guys?
We had a bunch of technical issues early, but that's par for the course when you're not here.
What happened?
The intro just completely went kaput, and half of the shit on my computer crashed.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
We also found the where the wind's coming from, Matt.
Yeah, we don't know if that was last week or not.
Where was the wind coming
We have a good idea.
Kevin likes to keep the house warm, so he needs his furnace on.
It may have been the furnace.
Ah.
But I listened to the show last week, and it was a totally different sound.
Hi, Nelly. I literally just walked in the house. I literally just got home.
Why don't you take your hat off or your coat off or whatever?
Stay a while.
Because I look a wreck.
I thought you were going to say a wreck.
You know what? You actually look like you're about to go take in a ball game, like right now. Like, you look like the stereotypical baseball go to watch a baseball game fan.
No, I'm the
What's on your hat, buddy?
It's a banana, man.
It's a banana.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
You should check out the show sometime. It's really good.
That's what's his name? The professor. The young professor, the banana guy. You're not friends with the young professor on Facebook? Matt Grafier?
No.
Really?
I am. Yes, he's the announcer for the Savannah Bananas. Yes.
There you go. Kevin knows.
Yeah.
All right, sorry to interrupt the show. What were you guys talking about?
Vengeance Day.
Yeah, we started getting to NXT.
I fell asleep twice during Vengeance Day.
Wow.
Really? Is that a you issue or is that a show issue?
I think it was a show issue.
I didn't.
Really?
Wow. Mamma mia.
Now KJG was just singing its praises. And
I wasn't singing all of
his
its praises because I will say this. I thought the main event in the cage match, Breaker and Waller, not real main event stuff. They didn't give it a whole lot of time. So that I didn't see all of the Carmelo Hayes Apollo Crews match, so I can't really speak to that. But Matt, the matches that I said to watch, I think the Wesley Donovan Dijak match was out of this world entertaining and fun and super competitive and athletic. Except for that one weird spot. Did you watch that match, Matt?
I did. I was awake for that.
Did you see the spot where like it almost looked like Dijak broke his neck?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, the weird Hurricane Rana thing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That freaked me out. So I talked about that. I talked about how I thought the women's three-way with Roxana Perez, former guest of the show, Roxy, was awesome.
Yep, I agree. I did not fall asleep during that.
With Gigi and JC Jane. I thought the storytelling in that match was fantastic. And it really kept me engaged. And I also said, even though I couldn't remember any of their names, the women's, other than the one I went to school with, the women's tag team match, Fallon Henry and Kiana James against Katana Chance and Kaden Carter, I thought was really, really good as well. So if I would go out of the way to watch the three matches, it would be those three.
Yeah, Dijak and Lee was unbelievable. I agree with you there. I also would like to say that out of the five of us, I was the only one that picked Wesley to retain. I also want to take this time to thank Handsome Kevin for doing his picks.
You son of a bitch. God damn
to worry about this year. I already feel like $1 million.
I fucking told you Sunday, and I told these guys the same goddamn thing. I'm already like halfway out the door. And then I picked with my heart. I picked with what I wanted to see.
You know what? Get a fucking calendar, dude.
Yeah, you're making us regret this decision.
I got a fucking calendar right here.
It's fair.
It's got all the shit on it. I know when all the shows are. I know what I have to pick. I don't want to hear your excuses, Handsome Kevin.
Hey, not an excuse. I said I picked with my heart. I picked with what I wanted to see.
Keep picking with your heart, brother, because I am sitting right there in fourth place, one game behind Tony, Kevin, and Brundon. And Handsome Kevin looking up at me, looking at my taint.
That's it's the season is young.
Well, it's good that he's not looking at my taint.
Yeah, no shit. We're not gonna go back there though.
Yeah, I hope you were. I can't wait for you to listen back to the open of the show, Matt.
I can't wait to listen either. I was like,
you can
jonesing at the dealership for them to finish our fucking paperwork so I could fucking leave.
Did you get a car?
I have a brand new car.
Yeah, dude. Breaking news here on the Shining Wizards Wrestling
It's
Podcast.
not that exciting. It was not on my fucking bingo card of things to do today.
So is it a lease? Did you put a down payment? Or you
No, it is I bought a used car. It is financed.
Nice.
I now own a Subaru something.
Forester.
A Subaru something.
Subaru Outtake?
Outback.
No, it's not an Outback, asshole.
So it's the Subaru blooper.
Jesus.
No, it's called a fucking Outtake.
It's not an Outback, assholes.
Hold on.
Fucking outtake.
It's a car that couldn't stop laughing when it was supposed to read its lines.
I texted to somebody. Put it.
I'm a Suba.
I gotta charge my phone in. A Crosstrek, excuse me, a Subaru Crosstrek.
No, Matt, it's an outtake.
Listen, you motherfuckers. All right, I had nothing planned. I woke up early with my wife to go to work. She went to work. I got a bunch of stuff done. Thank God, because I would have been fucking panicking. Then I said, "Oh, let's try the new pizza joint out over here in Morristown. We'll get a pizza." So it's Caniglio's.
Caligula's?
I don't know. So you got to, but they don't, no pies, no slices, only pies.
Oh, okay. All
I
right.
ordered a pie, and they said it'd be a couple minutes, so we went next door to the office to have an adult drink. And then the car place called me and said, "Hey, we finally looked at your car, and the motor is like the problem is the motor. There's nothing we can do to fix it."
The office in Montclair?
No, the office in Morristown.
Gotcha.
The office in Montclair has been closed for years.
I had no idea. I haven't been there in years.
Oh no, I was just informing. I was trying to drop a little knowledge.
I was too, but fuck me.
So then I got the phone call, and then I was like, "Well, I guess I gotta go buy a fucking car now." Thank God for my wife.
My wife.
Thank God she is like the rock. Because I was like, we did the bonus episode Saturday. I told you guys I hurt myself. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know if it's a fucking hernia. I don't know if I pulled a muscle. So that's in the back. Like, what if I have to have fucking surgery? Now I got to buy a new fucking car. I'm not really great with the money.
So he leaned into it. He owned it. It was like the hurricane. He was like, not really.
So, but we got there. We looked at some cars. I saw something I liked, and my wife just fucking took over. And,
So let me ask you this. How many AEW figures did you have to cash in to put the down payment on the car?
I didn't have to touch it.
That's what she said.
So it's been a day, man. I went from having nothing to do to just super stressed.
In your Subaru.
Now I have a Subaru.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Subaru outtake.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cross Tech. It's gonna take me a while to get used to it.
Oh, outtake.
But we made a stop. I was like, we got to stop at the liquor store on the way home because I get some drinks for tonight.
Oh shit.
Yeah, baby. I like where this is going.
So we stopped, and then I ran up here. Like, my phone is gonna die. My phone has like no battery. I didn't even plug it in.
Okay. Go plug it in.
I was like, I gotta jump on the show.
Sorry, bro. Plug it in.
Plug it in.
Yeah.
Get it. You've earned it.
Yeah.
May will be joining us shortly, so
Plug it in.
Plug it in.
And then we can talk some more fucking NXT after we talk with May Valentine.
But we don't have to. I mean, NXT is just one spoon in the porridge that is pro wrestling.
You know what? That's a fair point, T-Donk.
We could talk WoW. I watched WoW this week.
I watched like the first 2 matches, and I was like, what the fuck am I doing with my life?
Are you serious? You're done with
like,
WoW?
why am I watching this? There's New Japan I have to watch.
Oh, fuck
There's
New Japan.
AEW I have to watch.
Kota Ibushi's gone. What do you need to watch New Japan for?
Really, dude? Come on.
Yeah,
There's
really,
more
dude.
to New Japan than Kota Ibushi.
No, it's not. He's the
You
rock
got to
of that
take off them blinders, bro.
Nah, he's the rock of that foundation, bro.
He hasn't been there for the last like 18 months.
Yeah, they're missing him terribly, and now he's gone for good.
Are they? You enjoyed Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay?
Sure, I did. But they're no Kota Ibushi.
Oh, here we go. All right,
Definitely ain't no
listen,
fucking
disciple
Ace.
of Jim Cornette, because it's making its rounds again today on socials. You still hate that he wrestled a doll?
I think it was kind of fucking dumb, yeah.
Oh, but this is your god and savior, Kota Ibushi, but it's okay that he wrestles a doll.
Did I say anything that would say that he was not stupid for wrestling
He's the
a doll?
jewel of New Japan Pro Wrestling, and
he's the Rock. He's not the Jewel. Yeah, what is this? Like, what is...
That's what he's the jewel.
All these fucking wires. Kevin, are the Devils playing today?
They are playing today.
How are they doing?
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. I know they've been playing really well, and you're all fucking decked out. Devils gear.
It's the first game back in. They started like at 7:30. It's the first game back in 8 days after their week off and the All-Star break. So I'm mojoing it up. Rooting for them. Not watching. Just rooting
okay.
for
Tony watches TV now during the show anyway too.
TV's off, son.
Yeah, because Raw didn't start yet.
It was something important that had to do with wrestling. We all want to see what happened after the Rumble. I was trying to give you live coverage. You don't like when I fucking do local news.
He's not on Raw.
Whoa. Who's not on Raw?
The Roman and Sammy.
Oh, Cody, you dipshit. Cody and Rhea were both on Raw.
Water, you chud.
Yeah. Take your shirt off there, Bert.
First of all, it's a hoodie.
So
I'm wearing my Nasty Boys t-shirt. No, I'm comfortable. Leave me alone.
God.
Don't fucking start with me. I'm ornery right now.
You're the one starting with me. Telling me Kota Ibushi's a piece of shit.
You're the one telling me that New Japan isn't worth watching because Kota Ibushi's not there, and I disagree with you. And we're going to finish this argument when we're done talking to our guest, because she doesn't need to hear this or see this. we're gonna bring her in. She's the beautiful, talented, lovely May Valentine. May, how are you tonight?
I'm doing
May.
great. How are you? I don't know what you guys were talking about, but it seemed funny.
It's not important. What's important is that you have joined us now, and you had the week of all weeks last week, from
Yes.
the highest of highs to the lowest of lows. And I am so disappointed in that Aron Stevens, that dirty, rotten
Absolutely.
son of a gun.
Can you believe what he did to me?
I can't. Look at you. You're stunning. And he's looking for a backdoor excuse not to marry you.
Absolutely. I felt like that was a very lame excuse.
Well, in
Terrible.
fairness,
He's walking around. He looks like Willard. Sorry, I'm a little. If I've had a day, May. All right, I've had a day, so I got to bring it down. I got to woosah.
well, in fairness, I did get to speak with Aron earlier today, and
Traitor.
no, he sent his apologies, but he did want you to know that he was not about to fight the law. Unfortunately, as we know, the paperwork was incorrect.
Strange law, wasn't it?
Well, he also didn't say much after that, but he just wanted to say that he was sorry. So,
Yeah, he said sorry a few times, but it's pretty hard to forgive what he did to me.
so is this the end of the road between you and Aron, or is there any kind of like maybe?
Absolutely. This is the end for me. He embarrassed me in front of a sold-out crowd in Knoxville, in front of all my coworkers, legends in professional wrestling, people that came from Brazil. So there is no way a girl can forgive a guy after doing that.
When you're involved in a segment like that on live TV, I think it was the first live NWA Power
It
a
was.
while, or ever, and you have Aron Stevens there, and you have Santino Morella there. How hard is it to go through that without like laughing or keeping a straight face or just like totally like? 'Cause Santino's hysterical in his role.
It's actually very easy because everybody is so easy to work with, and it's so easy to feel the moment and react accordingly. I think everybody did an amazing job at the first ever NWA Power Live.
Now, if you're familiar with May and NWA and her history there, I really thought you had a good thing going with Sal, but then he lost his marbles. He got all
lost his
sorts of
mind.
crazy.
I couldn't save Sal. He went to the dark side.
I don't want to sound rude here, but maybe no more wrestlers. Royce was not very nice to you. Sal went crazy, and now Aron Stevens leaves you hanging at the altar.
Yeah,
I think you need to find some nice boys.
I think I'm over wrestlers.
I would be too. I'm out. I'm done with wrestlers. Done with this shit, people.
Well, some wrestling relationships work, right? You have Camille and Tom working out, so I looked up to them, and I thought maybe it could work out for me, but I guess not.
Is it? She got beat up by they got shanghaied by Angelina Love last week. It was terrible.
She did.
Oh my god, you guys! I need a minute. I am like super fired up. Still.
Yeah, you are fired up.
I'm so sorry.
I just want to know, you had the gifts. The gifts. What happened? You threw them everywhere. Where are the gifts? Isn't that the one thing that you take?
Who cares?
Take the gifts. You got to take
cares?
something. Take a positive. Take the gifts.
I just lost my mind. He had
I know.
embarrassed me in front of everybody, and I don't care about the gifts. I don't care about the wedding.
But there could have been a beautiful gravy boat in there. You could have a wonderful gravy boat at home right now.
I do not care. This is me not caring anymore. I don't even care about the gifts.
Really, you went with gravy boat?
I think it's a mistake, man. Everybody needs a good gravy boat.
Yeah, but you only use it like once a year. That's no fun. You want like a juicer or a dehydrator?
You can use it as many times as you need, as many times as you have gravy.
Or
She
money.
looks like she eats a lot of gravy, bro.
She does not. but when she does, it'd be nice of her to be able to bring out a beautiful gravy boat.
Fair point, Kevin.
A beautiful woman should have a beautiful gravy boat.
All right, that's a fair point, I guess. All right, so May, we have this terrible situation with Aron Stevens, right? But on the flip side of this, you got this wonderful announcement you got to make to the world. CoverGirl and Centerfold.
The very next day after that happened to me. So I feel vindicated. I feel like I couldn't have had a better revenge. I woke up the next day and it was the best day of my life.
I think it's the best day of all of our lives too.
You
If
know?
we get to see you on the cover of Playboy. I'm not gonna lie. Let's be real, people.
Sorry, Aaron. You know.
No, don't be sorry. Not sorry, Aaron. You're a fool for trying to not marry this beautiful young lady. Dream come true, you said. How does that all come about for you? You're working hard in the NWA. We know you've done some stuff with VH1 and MTV. You've been around for a minute, but this is like you are now enshrined in Playboy history and in wrestling history.
It's another level for sure.
Oh my God.
It feels very, very surreal, to be honest. I'm having somewhat of imposter syndrome right now, but I'm very happy about the opportunity. I've worked as a model pretty much since I was a teenager, since I was maybe 16 years old. A lot of people don't know, but my background is as a writer. So I wrote my first book when I was 16 years old. I worked as a journalist for many years. I worked for, like you said, VH1, MTV, Rolling Stone. And since I was very young, while promoting my books and while promoting my work, I would always be invited to do photo shoots. And that was a lot of how my books got promoted, was through these beautiful photo shoots that I had the opportunity to have. So since I was very young, it kind of happened that modeling has helped promote all my other careers pretty much. It's a tool of promotion. And I also enjoy it very much. But the past few years, maybe 2 or 3 years, I have really worked very hard as a model. I do shoots all the time. I live in LA, I live in Hollywood. And I try to work as much as I can. And this opportunity came about 2 months ago. And it was really unbelievable. And now it happened. And it's really hard to believe, but it's amazing.
So you kind of just answered my question. I was going to ask if it was more of your modeling history or your influence in pro wrestling that landed you this. Would you say it's
I would say it was through the modeling roots, because they didn't even know that I was involved in professional wrestling at first. It was only when I started talking more to them and answering the questions, the interview, etc., that they learned that there was a big connection to wrestling. So it had been solely because of my modeling work and connections that happened here in Hollywood.
So in your head though, because women in wrestling have a very honorable history of posing for Playboy. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Like China, Sable, Kimberly.
I was just gifted those 2 magazines actually.
Oh, get out of here.
A few days ago. Yeah.
And like obviously, I think the first one that I can recall was Kimberly Page, Diamond Dallas Page's wife. So, do you consider yourself in that pantheon of group, being that you are also involved in professional wrestling, or is this in your head solely because of modeling?
I mean, like I said, I'm having major imposter syndrome, but I would like to think that yes, I'm a part of that group now, and it's been a while since anybody has gone this route. So, yeah, I'm proud of it.
You had so much going on before your involvement in pro wrestling. What turned you toward the sport? Like, were you a fan as a kid? Was this something that you always wanted to give a shot to? How did this come about?
So I grew up in Brazil. I'm from Rio. And wrestling was never mainstream in Brazil. So I didn't have the history of like growing up watching wrestling with my parents or my grandparents, like a lot of people do. I didn't really know much about wrestling even. I moved to the United States when I was 21. I moved straight from Rio to Hollywood. And I worked here for many years as a journalist. And then it was only like maybe 8 years into my life here that I started watching WWE and becoming interested in wrestling. And it was really through watching the females wrestling that I became interested. They became sort of a role model to me. And in moments where I was feeling low in my life or something was going on, like I would watch the girls' matches and I would think they're so empowering. You know, they're so powerful, they're so beautiful, they're so strong. And I've always had like an interest in martial arts. So I used to do like boxing training and at some point MMA training. I had the illusion that I was going to do something like that. Obviously, it didn't work out. I didn't want to take that route, but I had an interest in it. I love fighting. So at this moment when I was watching, I think I say this a lot of times, but I think it was Charlotte and Becky Lynch. I had this idea come out of nowhere that was, I want to go to wrestling school. I want to learn how to wrestle. Actually, I didn't know that I had to go to wrestling school. I just thought if I could do what those girls do, I would be so freaking happy. I think I would be the happiest person in the world. And it was like I thought that I could find like my self-confidence through wrestling. So I pretty much Googled how do you become a wrestler and saw you have to go to wrestling school. And simultaneously I had watched the documentary about the Glow Girls. And
nice.
I knew the story of them like moving to Vegas and learning how to wrestle and living in the casinos. And I related to them because they weren't athletes. They were like regular girls that went into a casting and learned how to wrestle. So that really inspired me. And I thought, if girls who've never wrestled before can go to school and learn, maybe I can learn. And so I moved to Vegas and I lived for 6 months in the casinos. Like I just went full on Glow, and I went to FSW, lived there by myself. Like I would go from hotel to hotel every week so I could afford staying in Vegas, like according to the price changes every week in Vegas, and trying to learn. So about maybe 6 months into that, I already knew Billy Corgan from the music world because I worked as a music journalist, and I had done a Smashing Pumpkins music video before. And he came to my page, saw that I was in wrestling school in Las Vegas, and for whatever reason, that day I was wearing a Smashing Pumpkins shirt. So I always felt like that was really meant to be. And so this conversation started with Billy about joining the NWA. So that's how it happened.
How is it working with Billy?
I mean, I love Billy. You know, I am so grateful to him, and you know, like I feel like he gave me the opportunity to become something. You know, he gave me like a platform, and I know that I had no experience at first, and a lot of people were like, "What is she even doing here?" But the fact that Billy believed in me and gave me the space and the time to grow and to actually learn wrestling because it was so new to me. You know, like he gave me the opportunity to grow and even maybe to do what I'm doing now, to be on the cover of Playboy, because it gave me confidence. It gave me, you know, something that I worked hard at, and it gave me like motivation. And so it really helped my life. So I love Billy. I think he's amazing.
I know there were a few, I'm sorry. I know there were a few times where you were actually more than the interviewer, more than the journalist, where you were involved in, you know, a few physical scuffles, and like you've gotten involved physically. Was that something that you were pushing to do? Was that something that Billy said, "Hey, why don't you give this a try"? Like, how did that evolve?
Everything I do is Billy's ideas. I just follow Billy's ideas pretty much.
Were you excited about getting involved physically as opposed to doing what you're good at with the, you know, the journalism, like jumping
Definitely. I would love to do more of that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Look out, Camille.
Yep.
So you mentioned
like I slapped Natalia Markova pretty hard.
That's a bold move.
I'm sure she had it coming.
And you know,
She did.
if one good thing came out of your wedding, it seems that Mercurio and Natalia are becoming a thing now.
Well, we shall see.
Is that a good thing? Do we want to see another wrestling wedding? Can we trust Mercurio? Is he friendly with Aron Stevens?
Definitely not. We can't trust any wrestlers. We already talked about it.
That's what I like to hear. May, you talked about working in the NWA, helping build your confidence. I just went on a cruise. I can't take my shirt off in front of strangers, and I'm a man. With the Playboy shoot, you are naked in front of strangers. Did the wrestling help build your confidence, make you more comfortable, or were you comfortable to begin with since you have a modeling career?
I think I was always comfortable with that. I actually already did a nude magazine before when I was 21 years old in Brazil. Actually, I did it here in the United States. Not 21, 23, I'm sorry. Or was it 21? 21, around that age, like 21, 22, 23. Like right when I moved here, I had the opportunity to do this big magazine in Brazil, which was pretty much the competition of Playboy at the time. It was called Sexy Magazine. So I already did that when I was really young. And I actually loved the experience. And I know, you know, it might sound like a controversial thing to say, but I really enjoyed it. I felt like it was a freeing experience. I felt like it gave me confidence, and I never regretted it. I was always really proud of having done the magazine.
I'm sorry to cut you off. I'm looking at the cover here, and I'm looking at you here, and I love your tattoos. Did they cover some of these tattoos up on your hands here for this cover?
Mm-hmm.
Come on, Denmark, what are we doing?
It's protocol.
So let me ask you this: as someone who has interviewed a lot of people as a journalist, Playboy Centerfold is meaning that you also get interviewed at this point. So what's it like being on the other side of the equation, actually being interviewed? And did you enjoy the experience of a photo shoot more, or do you enjoy the interview process?
I love being interviewed. I love talking to you guys. Like, I love being questioned. I love, debating. I love finding out what my own thoughts about things are. So I actually really like that. And because I have been an author and have sort of been like a personality in Brazil, like I have always like also worked on the other side, which is being interviewed. I like both. Yeah, I enjoy both.
Do you have like one particular question that you ask every single guest?
No. I don't.
Have we asked any of those questions?
Do you?
Well, he does.
Because I feel like that's coming.
It's not. I don't feel like it's appropriate to escalate.
Oh, come on, dude.
And the question I ask,
I'll let you be the judge of what's appropriate.
I'll say it, and then Mark, you can tell Mark, and Mark can yell at me later, or never give me a guest interview again. I ask every single guest, but you might be the first lady. When was the last time you shit your pants?
Never.
Okay, I expected that out of the lady. The men. This is why we don't like.
How old are you? 5?
This is why we don't like men wrestlers. The men wrestlers all have a story.
Yeah, every single one of them.
Don't tell me about it. I don't want to know.
You could go back and listen to the archives.
You might be into that, but I'm not.
Well played. Someone asked me if I was going to ask you, and I wasn't going to, but then I felt like I had good. This will be the last interview I ever get from the end of.
Yeah, no, that's not my thing.
That's good. Hey, again, this is why we don't like the men wrestlers. The men wrestlers were very quick to tell stories.
Oh yeah, we got tons of stories.
Maybe they should keep those to themselves.
Well,
we got one from Sal Renaro, didn't we?
Sal did tell a poopy pants story. Yes.
See, good thing you're not an item with him anymore. Good thing he's away now.
I was never an item with Sal. He was my best friend.
Well, I mean, the chemistry,
the potential was
Royce
there.
Royce was jealous for no reason. Yeah.
Royce was kind of a dick.
Jesus.
I didn't
He
say
was.
it, you did.
He was. And her and May and Sal made so much sense. Sal was such a nice guy. And then he went crazy, and now he's writing backwards and sucking the blood out of a bat. He's all crazy.
Yeah, and he hangs out with Gags the Gimp of all people.
That's right.
Oh, you ever been near that Gags the Gimp? He's a creep.
Yeah, he definitely is a creep.
I bet you he pooped his pants a few times. I'm sorry.
I'm in the boys' locker room right now.
with the folding doors behind you. No men's locker room I've ever been in has those nice doors.
So
how is your issue being received overseas? Because here in the United States, we obviously don't keep an eye on Denmark or Europe or that part of the country. What's the vibe like that you've been receiving?
I've gotten surprisingly only really, really great responses. I have been amazed at like the responses that I've gotten since it came out. And basically I'm waiting for my own physical copies to arrive so I can check out the magazine as well. I have those on the way, and then I should be able to have them in a couple of weeks, and I'm going to be selling them autographs.
Nice.
I was going to ask, how many are they sending you?
Well, I can continue to order however many I want. Gotcha. So I think as I do my signings and do more appearances, I will try to always have some with me.
Do you enjoy doing those signings and conventions and all that stuff?
Yeah, I do actually.
Nice.
I really like meeting fans, to be honest. I think like when somebody cares about you, they don't even know you, and fans, they go through so much to meet the wrestlers. They spend so much money at these conventions, and I'm truly grateful for them. I'm like, thank you so much for taking the time and spending like your hard-earned money for a photo with me, so I do like it. Yeah.
And I think one of the things that drew me to you, May, is, you're a very attractive young lady. The tattoos, I'm a big fan of tattoos, but also on social media, if you follow May at Mariah Diaz Gomes on Twitter, you're very
Myra.
Myra.
I'm sorry.
That's right.
I'm
Matt can't
awful.
speak.
Matt can't
Yeah,
speak.
I'm awful with
he's terrible.
names.
Let me just put this out there. So my real name is Mayra. So
There's
that's how you actually pronounce it. But then
No
when
shot I
moved-
was getting that
when
guy.
I moved
No
out
shot.
when I moved to the United States, I changed it to Myra.
Well, Myra
Go ahead.
Diaz Gomez on the Twitter machine. You're very open about your sobriety.
Yes.
I think that's a wonderful thing because I think we've seen it with Mike Bennett and a couple other high-profile people in the professional wrestling industry. I think it's so brave of you to be able to use the Twitter platform to open up to that. And have you seen that help other people if people come to you and try to, look for
lot of
guidance
people.
or just a shoulder to lean on, not a head to lean on?
Yeah, it happens really often now. A lot of people reach out to me. And, I'm very grateful to be in that position. I'm like 2 years and almost 2 months sober now.
That's awesome.
And I'm doing it so well that I forget how many months. So I think that's a really great sign because I just counted those days for a really long time. And now I have to go like, wait, 2 months, 2 years and what? So I think that means I'm doing really well. And one of the reasons that I wanted to be really public about it is because it holds me accountable. So the fact that I'm public and everybody knows about it, and I became sort of like a positive example for people. I can't screw up. So, it makes me feel responsible, just not for myself, but like for other people as well. So really being public helps a lot. And I've gotten like also as well, really, really amazing responses from people like thanking me. And like you said, saying that it's very brave. I don't even feel like it's very brave. It's just me. But I've always been like that. Like I'm very honest. If you ask me something, I'll talk about it.
So on a broader scope with that, in terms of your availability on Twitter and your posting on Twitter about it, social media in general for wrestling is kind of like a weird place. People can be either really positive about stuff or really toxic about stuff. How do you feel about social media when it comes to wrestling and being a personality in your position, whether it be journalism, modeling, wrestling?
I think when I have those days that, I don't know, something went viral and it reached a wider audience, and you're always going to get like bad comments that you're not going to appreciate in those situations, because that's just what happens when something reaches, a wide audience. So I get a lot of anxiety on those days. It's really hard for me to just like go on my phone and know that things are coming that I don't know. I can't expect what people are going to say to me, but mostly I get really good responses. So that's happened only really a few times to me, but I can see if you're a much bigger personality, how much that really can affect your mental health, because ultimately it's your phone constantly reminding you that people are saying all these things that maybe aren't true, or, they're judging you, or yeah.
Now, can I ask? You are extremely accomplished, and you were very accomplished at a young age. Like your resume is unbelievably impressive, and you're still flying all over the place. At what point do you just go, you know what? I'm gonna take a day off. And what do you do on that day off? Because I know, like, if I had your resume behind me, I'd probably take the rest of it off. So, like,
And what am I gonna do? Just sit around and do nothing?
What would you do? What do you do on a day off?
Well, it depends. I mean, I guess I go to the beach, I go hiking, I work out, I go to the movies, I go shopping, just regular shit.
What's the last movie you saw?
Oh my gosh. I don't know. I haven't watched a movie in a while, to be honest. That's how busy I have been.
No days off.
Yeah, I have been working a lot. I just came back from Baltimore at 3 a.m.
Were you at that Celeb Fest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
How was that?
Yeah, I got home at 3 a.m. and I woke up and I was like, oh my God, I have an interview today. So yeah, no days off, but
I know Matt's the big tattoo guy, and I love all your tattoos. Which one's your favorite?
I can't choose one. It's like choosing between your children.
Okay, which one means like the most to you? Like
All
which
of
one
my
has
tattoos, have some meaning.
Yeah, it's the same question, Tony.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What's
All
the
of my tattoos have some meaning.
what's the where is the most painful tattoo?
God, my back. That was torturous. Yeah, I don't recommend getting your back tattooed. It looks beautiful, but it's extremely painful.
It's the price you got to pay for something beautiful, right?
Yeah, totally. Every single time.
That's why I have 0.
You get one though, you get the itch, Kev. Come on.
I got my first tattoo when I was 14.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
Crazy.
What was it?
It was a very, very ugly butterfly. And then I tried to have it fixed, and I did 2 huge wings, and they ended up looking like lettuces. So I had like lettuces on my back for a long time.
Yo,
it took lots of years to fix.
That's the greatest tattoo ever. Just 2 heads of lettuce on your back.
So ugly. And I had it for so many years. And I tried to get it fixed so many times. And like it was only later on when I built a lot of like pain tolerance that I was like, okay, I'm ready to cover it for real.
You just said like every tattoo you have means a lot to you, and I'm just thinking in my head like you really must love lettuce.
I hate lettuce so much. You have no idea. I will never eat anything with lettuce in it.
Wait, you hate lettuce more than you hate Aron Stevens?
Yes.
Wow.
I absolutely hate lettuce. Everybody who knows me knows that. I have to order my plain cheeseburgers.
It's like air though. How do you like? It's like eating little air.
Tastes
Like,
so bad to me.
So wait, you don't eat
like
a salad?
Lettuce and pickles. Ugh, I can't.
Pickles.
I'm with you on pickles.
Yeah,
Oh
what's
my
wrong?
God,
Good.
This is a disaster.
Wait, so
I know why.
Matt
I know
asked a
why
good
she doesn't
question.
like lettuce. and
Salads. How do you get your salads?
I don't really eat salad.
There you go.
I had to say that in a really low voice. Like, I'm ashamed.
I don't really eat salads.
There's
Matt,
a
what was your
story
question?
behind
I'm
this
sorry.
no letlettuce, no pickle.
There
thing.
is.
Oh, we
It's a
share
really
these stories
stupid
about.
story.
Oh,
No, we
come
don't
on.
need. You don't need to hear.
No, she doesn't want to tell us that lettuce and pickles.
I don't
made
need
her
to
poop
tell
her
him
pants.
that story.
So, what about do you mess with arugula?
Yeah, that's fine.
Spinach.
Yeah, spinach is fine.
Okay, well there you go. That's
Yeah.
a nice base for a salad.
What about kale?
No, kale's. Ugh.
No,
I know kale is gross. I'm with you.
Mm.
Kale is gross.
but nothing's grosser than lettuce.
Really?
To me.
So you would not eat a lettuce pickle sandwich? That's like the worst.
What
No.
the
No,
lettuce
definitely
pickle
not.
sandwich?
You're missing out on your
Definitely
hamburger.
not. Would you?
Yeah, I like lettuce. I mean,
What's a
don't
lettuce pickle sandwich.
don't be surprised by the what you're seeing here. I like.
I think we're all surprised by what we see here.
Yeah, a
I
little
enjoy,
bit.
I enjoy a nice salad, but not all the time. I like a cheeseburger more than a salad.
Well, not often enough.
Definitely.
What? Get it?
Honestly, like I love junk food, and I have to really force myself to eat properly. Because if I could, I would just eat junk food,
What's your favorite junk food? What's your go-to?
like cheeseburgers and pizza and hot dog, like all the children type of stuff.
You got a favorite burger place?
Kids menu, In and Out,
In and Out. That's good.
nuggets. I love all that stuff.
I don't want to overpass the greatest line ever. Kids menu.
Yeah.
So like you're like getting like chicken fingers and like orange juice in like a little cup with a straw.
Yes, but I force myself to eat properly. But if I'm not forcing myself, then that's what I would eat every day.
Well, wait. If you're not, so what are you eating? Just like chicken and rice then? If you're not eating
Yeah,
salad,
chicken and rice and steak and beans.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
let me
are
ask you
you
this.
sure? Are you sure you've never pooped your pants? Because that sounds
Oh,
like
come on.
that
You're
sounds like
obsessed.
chicken, rice, beans, and steak. I would be
You're
out.
obsessed. You need to talk to somebody about this obsession.
Well, that's why I think you don't like lettuce and pickles.
Oh my God.
I'm on to something. I'm gonna get to the bottom of this one day.
So for someone who's on a low sodium diet, what foods would you recommend for them?
Who are you talking to?
I'm talking.
Well, Kevin's on a low.
we literally just talked about how she would eat chicken fingers and cheeseburgers and pizza, and I asked her a low sodium diet question. I need to know for me. I figured you could help me.
Do you guys eat healthy? Be
Yeah.
honest.
No.
Everybody in this chat room eats healthy.
No.
I eat a
absolutely
banana every morning for breakfast. And I eat a garden salad for lunch every day.
And he has a
wow, look
banana
at
at
you.
night.
You deserve an award.
Hey, thank you.
Yeah, that's why he gets a banana at night.
Perhaps a beautiful gravy boat.
What's with the gravy boat?
Yeah, what is your obsession,
Dude,
dude?
you guys have some weird obsessions.
May,
we're not
fucking
normal.
weird. I'm sorry. This
Yeah,
is
I'm not
your-
normal either, so it's cool.
Okay, good. None of us. I think I can speak for the group when I say none of us eat healthy.
Yeah.
Sometimes, yeah. I mean,
Of course, you try, but when you you're gonna go get some gas at the Wawa, and then they got them soft pretzels right there. You're like, I want to grab a soft pretzel.
See, I don't get gas at one of these convenience store places. I go right to the old gas station where the guy comes out, pumps my gas. I'm on my way. I don't get tempted.
I
You
got
got
the
to stay away
sodium
from
tracker
temptation.
now on my phone.
It's
Oh,
hard.
geez,
It's
this
hard
guy.
when you're traveling a lot. Like, whenever I'm at the airport, I want to eat the worst stuff. Like, I want to grab a bunch of chocolate and take it to the airplane. So when I'm traveling a lot, I'm like, oh my god, how can I stick to a good diet? And I always eat bad stuff.
It's a struggle, man. It's real.
Yeah, it is.
May, real quick, we don't want to take up too much more of your time. Bring it back to wrestling real quick. Was that segment, the wedding segment, was that arguably one of the most fun times you've had in the business?
The most fun. I'm like, will I ever have that much fun?
Yeah,
I
when-
hope something exciting happens to May, because that was my top fun moment for sure.
Well, it'll be much more fun when someone smartens up and marries you and doesn't leave you at the altar.
I'm not getting married anymore.
You let Aron Stevens ruin that for you?
Forever. Now I'm on the cover of Playboy. Goodbye.
That's right. That's right.
Nice.
That is
just
great
like that.
Yep.
Just like that.
Were you surprised at the reaction from your peers about your cover on Playboy? Because I'm looking through your Twitter now, and everybody is so proud and happy for you.
Yeah, a lot of people that I didn't expect congratulated me, and even celebrities that I didn't even know knew about my existence. Like Heidi Montag from The Hills tweeted at me, and I was like, "Wow."
Nice.
Is she
You know
the
what? I
biggest
hate
one?
that I know who that is.
I used to watch The Hills, so I thought, it's cool that people that I don't expect are aware of it. And one of my favorite bands, Garbage, also tweeted at me, congratulating me. Many other people that I know also, but just some random, cool people popped up. And then within the wrestling industry, everybody, at least to my face, has said that they're really proud.
Who was the biggest surprise celebrity, biggest name?
I don't know. There were so much, to be honest.
Well, I mean, your favorite band was Garbage, so that's got to be pretty huge.
Yeah. Yeah, there were a lot of people. I don't know, even Billy posted about it.
That's crazy that to us, that's the lead singer of Smashing Pumpkins, but to you, he's just Billy.
Yeah.
And I think that's so cool.
Yeah. Well, he used to be the singer of Smashing Pumpkins to me too. But now I've worked so closely with him. I don't think people realize how involved in the NWA Billy is. He's 100% hands-on. For my backstage segments, he's working directly with me for many, many hours. He's sitting behind the camera and he's producing my segments and he's directing me every single time. So the person that I work the closest with probably is Billy.
It's so awesome.
Yeah.
It's so awesome.
Is now cover of Playboy Centerfold. Tyra's going to be jealous because you're kind of stealing some of that spotlight from him now.
Oh, I might. He might be jealous, right?
You're a lot easier on the eyes, and no one wants to watch him on Fox News. So
I'm gonna have to do my own signings too.
You're gonna, do it.
Yeah.
I'm here for that. I'm here for
Yeah.
May Valentine.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Well, thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule.
It was fun.
Would you do it again?
Sure.
Awesome. That's what we love to hear.
I
May,
hope you guys enjoyed it.
we had a great time. We could
Yeah,
probably talk
had a
to you for
blast.
another hour, but I know
It
you're.
was cool. It's like we're sitting at the bar or something.
That's what we're going for.
But
We
with
didn't
like
ask-
non-alcoholic drinks.
Well, fair enough.
We get you a nice club soda.
Diet Coke.
Diet Coke works.
There's another thing you just learned.
You fuck with that Coke. You ever try that Coke Zero?
No, Diet Coke is my shit.
That's it.
A
Diet Coke.
100% Diet Coke in a can, not a bottle.
Would you know if someone tried to give you a Diet Pepsi?
Totally, it's completely different.
Yep.
I agree. It's just
Yeah.
some people don't like. Some people are like no.
I hate it when you go to a city and they are all about their Diet Pepsi. Like, I don't know if you've ever noticed in Vegas, but Vegas literally doesn't have Diet Coke anywhere. It's Diet Pepsi everywhere.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
It really is.
Interesting.
What about a diet? Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
Any
boy.
other diet? You mess with any diet? You got to try other diet sodas, right? Like a Diet Dr. Pepper's pretty good.
No, I am a Diet Coke girl.
She's loyal.
Yeah, that's it.
Unlike Aron Stevens.
What does the future of the NWA hold for you? Are you now that this?
Why don't you interview Billy and ask him? I would
love to
That's a
talk to Billy.
great call.
Right?
Yeah.
You guys should interview Billy.
I would love to
Yeah,
talk
well,
to Billy.
Yeah.
But what
Can
are
you
your
put it-
goals for 2023 in the NWA?
I'm not sure. I definitely want to stay in my position. I am really enjoying being a backstage reporter. I get to interact with all the wrestlers and all the characters, which I think is like a very fun part about it because I get to experience everybody's personality. So I really like it. And I didn't think that I was going to stay in this role, but the longer that I'm in it, the more like I'm comfortable in it. So I would love to stay there. But of course, I want to see the company grow and conquer bigger viewership. I just want the success of the NWA.
Put you on the spot, May. This Saturday, enough said. Who's walking out the NWA World Champion, Tyrus or Matt Cardona?
I think, it's time for Matt Cardona to save the NWA.
Whoa!
Oh,
I agree.
Whoa!
It's weird.
Hot take.
From when he came into the NWA to now, how the tide has changed for Mr. Matt Cardona.
Yeah. It's
I
gonna
mean,
be
it
interesting.
would be fun to see a title change.
I would take it. I would like to see Matt Cardona as the champion. Not
Yeah.
Camille needs. Camille
Yeah.
needs. She needs to stay. Camille needs to stay champion though. She can't be.
I agree. Camille is a great, great champion.
Tom Latterman needs a title shot. That's what I'm talking about.
I think so too.
The power couple needs all the
saying
gold.
that Tom needs a shot.
Yeah, Tom's super
Tom is
talented.
an amazing wrestler.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
Got an amazing
They both are.
amazing pile driver too. One of the best since Paul Orndorff. Love that pile driver. He needs a title shot. Talk to our friend Billy. Let him know that we're requesting Tom Latimer gets into contention.
Okay, I'll let him know.
And tell him the Shining Wizards would love to have him on too.
Okay.
I got to shoot my shot.
Yeah, you do. May, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys
Follow
so much.
May on our social media at Myra. Did I say it right?
Yep.
Diaz Gomes. Instagram
Yeah.
at Myra Diaz Gomes.
That's
And merch, Myra Diaz Gomes.bigcartel.com.
Yeah. And if anybody wants to buy a signed Playboy cover, go to my Big Cartel page and I can personalize it and autograph it for you.
Nice. Look at that. Beautiful.
I'd have to do that.
Absolutely. Does Playboy charge you when you order yours? They charge you for them, or they give you like a little discount?
Well, I got some with my contract deal.
Nice.
But
there you go.
I do have to pay for copies after those numbers of copies. So yeah, I
So
do
that's
have to
why
pay,
you
pay
should
for it.
go to her Big Cartel and then get one autographed, and you can add it because I'm sure all the wrestling fans that are collectors, you got to have all the Playboys with all the wrestling ladies on them. And this cannot be, you can't have this be the missing piece of the puzzle.
Yeah,
So
you don't want to miss out on this.
No, don't go to the Big Cartel. Myra Diaz Gomes.bigcartel.com. She'll personalize it. She'll write you a note. No lettuce, no pickles. Love, Myra.
Yes.
Awesome.
May, thank you so much.
Okay,
It's been an
thank you guys
absolute
so
pleasure.
much.
Enjoy the rest of your night. We'll see you
too.
soon.
Bye-bye. See you
Bye.
soon.
May Valentine. She was such a sweetheart.
She's
oh
awesome.
my God, Tony, you're horrifying.
Oh!
There we go. Back
She's
to
still,
the.
she's still there.
So
I
there
know.
you
We're
go.
working
It's
on
cool.
it.
It's all right.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
I got her. We'll get her out of here.
I think she's trying to talk to us, maybe.
There you go. Wow. Good stuff.
That was fantastic.
I give you credit. You asked the question. Props to you, sir.
A little bit myself, yeah.
Came in hot.
I thought you would have cleaned it up with maybe saying poop.
Well,
nah, but she dropped the S-bomb a few times, so yeah, she was down.
Yeah, but not like in that capacity.
Well, we ratted out her pal Sal that he shit his pants, so it's all good. It is what it is.
I have a reputation to uphold.
What?
And I thought she was having a good time, and I thought it would work. So she definitely had like lettuce and pickles and shit all over the place.
What do you mean?
That's what I'm going with. That's why she doesn't like lettuce and pickles.
All over the place. Oh, she had a lettuce and pickle shit?
Shit made her poop her pants.
I don't think so. I don't think it's nice. I don't think that's nice.
What? Everybody poops.
Yeah, but
everybody poops.
I do think that's the first lady we asked if they pooped her pants.
I think so.
No, but I don't know where you went with the lettuce and pickle poop thing.
Because she doesn't like lettuce and pickles, and there has to be a reason why.
I gave my hamster lettuce once when I was a kid, and it shit all over the cage. So yeah, I could vouch for at least hamsters having problems with lettuce.
Oh.
I don't know about the pickle part. I don't give my hamsters pickles.
Isn't that all hamsters do? Is poop?
Oh, I like your line, by the way. Kevin treats himself to a banana at night too.
I was glazing over that one.
Yeah, I didn't touch that one.
I wanted to leave that one alone. You got a banana on your fucking hat. You're the banana enthusiast.
And Kevin, I was trying to rephrase without rephrasing on purpose to see if I could get a different answer, but she wasn't biting. She's like, they all mean something.
Yeah, that was the exact same question.
I tried. I used different words and everything, but sometimes it doesn't work.
Well, she was fantastic.
She was fantastic.
And you guys, the listeners, you're fantastic.
Oh, I thought you meant us. I was like, wait a minute, I'm getting excited.
No, we suck.
No, and through some hard work and some due diligence on Tony's part, we have slowly started to reform the Shining Wizards Network.
Yes, a little bolster, a little boost, bringing it back to prominence.
So I think we're going to take a little break.
A little break?
I don't know what that means, but I should be concerned. And then we're going to come back. We'll do some Patreon reads. We'll talk a couple more wrestling-related topics. And then who am I smushing tonight?
We'll talk about that after we come out the other side.
Oh, that means there's no smushing tonight for Matt.
Well, maybe. I'm hoping not. We need a little competition tonight, and I think we've got a fair challenger for you, but we'll get into that later.
What fucking dumb gimmick is somebody going to show up in tonight?
Well, last week you had 2.5 minutes. This week you're topping it at almost 6 minutes. So you
6 minutes.
Apparently, a few shows didn't get the memo that we were looking for 30-second commercials.
Wait, no, 6 minutes of commercial breaks? Are you fucking kidding me? There's not 12 shows on the network. What is going on here?
No, there are 10, but some of them didn't send commercials yet. So a little column A, a little column B.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ on a cracker. All right, well, let's listen to some commercials. Grab a pee. Well, listen to the commercials first because you want to check out the new shows on the networks.
Yeah, we got some new shows on the network and all this other happy horse shit. And we've got Can You Beat That coming up. But Kevin, what do we always say about this time that we haven't said in a very fucking long time? No?
Oh, back after this. Wait, what?
We'd like to thank each and every one of you for tuning in every Monday night to listen to The Shining Wizards. If you'd like to continue to support us outside of listening, we've got a few ways for you to do that. If you shop at Amazon, go over to amazon.shiningwizards.com, do your shopping as usual, and when you make your purchase, a little bit of that purchase price will go back to support the show. If you like to wear t-shirts, merch.shiningwizards.com will take you to our Pro Wrestling Tees store, where we've got over a dozen great designs from over 11 years of professional wrestling podcasting. You can become a Patreon supporter at patreon.com/wizardspodcast, where each and every week we call out your name as one of our show producers. And the more you support us, the more things that you're entitled to receive. And believe me, they are fantastic. If you can't support us monetarily, if you don't shop at Amazon, that's absolutely fine. Continue to listen to us wherever you listen to us on the World Wide Web. And make sure you like, rate, review, subscribe, do all that good stuff. It doesn't cost you anything, helps us out, and we can continue to bring you the love fest that is the Shining Wizards.
What's up, folks? It's your boy, the Impact Player, Mr. Philly Ray, inviting all of you to check out the Turnbuckle Throwbacks Wrestling Podcast. Join us as we cover all things current in the world of pro wrestling, as well as paying homage to the old school, the squared circle. So listen in and find out why we are the recognized symbol of excellence in sports entertainment broadcasting. Find us on all social media platforms and anywhere you get your podcast from. And as always, we are the proudest members of the Shining Wizards Network and Rant Entertainment Media.
Are you tired of being lied to every day by the mainstream media?
Do you want to know what's really going on in the world?
Do you want to make up your own mind about things and not be told what to think or say?
Then listen to Inconclusive Breakdown, a weekly anti-PC look at the world of entertainment and current events, brought to you without censorship or filters.
You can find us everywhere you listen to podcasts, BitChute, and on ShiningWizardsNetwork.com.
And also, we're a proud member of the Shining Wizards Network.
Got 30 minutes to kill? Come check out 30 Screams or Less, where we review a horror movie in 30 minutes or less. We cover new movies and old ones too.
We'll give our honest thoughts on the movie, good or shit, as well as a rating of each one that we watch.
New episodes weekly, available on the Shining Wizards Network and wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts.
I'm Steve.
And I'm Corey.
Come check us out at 30 Screams or Less.
G'day guys, my name is Thomas, one half of the Broadcast Podcast. With our podcast, we go back and watch wrestling events from WWE, WWF, WCW, ECW, AEW, and many other wrestling promotions. You can check us out on Twitter at The Broadcast, that's THEBROKAST, and you can also download all episodes on Apple Podcasts, Castbox, Castro, and many other podcast apps.
I'm Kevin Rowe.
I'm Al Day.
And we're a couple of down under pounders that co-host Rogue Day Dots, an action figure collecting podcast where we talk about, well, just about anything that tickles our fancy at any given moment.
We're grumpy old men, and sometimes people get on our nerves. And if you get on our nerves, guess what? You get off the lawn.
Get off my lawn, asshole! We also go on a little bit of a mission. We go back and we're grading every wrestling figure line that's out there. I'm talking LJNs. I'm talking Jacks. I'm talking Hasbros. Who doesn't like a little Hulkaplex? It's a Gorilla Brain Wrestling podcast production found on the Shining Wizards Network.
I'm Duke Bags.
Kevin Rowe.
And together we are the co-hosts of your Duke and Road. If you want to hear about some terrible wrestling shows, we got you covered.
Well, we talk about good ones, too.
We're currently talking about the death of WCW.
I know what we're fucking talking about. Sometimes we get guest spots, like from the Taskmaster. I like to listen to the Year of Duke and Rope podcast. They're funny guys. I like when they talk about the Nards plows. I like Nards plows. That's a good move. And I like the Dungeon of Doom. You know, sometimes I call my butt the Dungeon of Doom. Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Oklahoma.
Let me tell you a little bit about my favorite wrestling podcast. All right. It's a podcast from two men, Duke Bags, Kevin Rowe. They talk about professional wrestling. It's a man's sport. All right. And who better to talk about a man's sport than Duke? Oklahoma.
And once in a while, Vince Russo stops by.
Oh, you piece of shit! If you're not listening to your Duke and Roll podcast in the back with the boys, you piece of shit, I don't know what you're doing. It's you gotta slide one in there. If you're a man, you're talking about something only a man can do. You're talking about sliding one in there. Bro!
Take the time to slide one in there. All right, bro, you piece of shit. Slide one in there. A Gorilla Brain Wrestling podcast production that you can find on the Shining Wizards Network.
Kevin Rogue.
Did you, Tony? Did you accidentally put like 3 year Duke and Rogue commercials together into one?
Nope. That was the beauty of the commercial.
I felt like I just sat through fucking Monday Night Raw. What are you doing over there, Rogue?
Hey, I told Duke 30 to 45. He plays by his own rules.
Does he take minutes? Does he not have a clock?
He'll. I'll have him chop again. But he's I told him 30 to 45, and he's a man that plays by his own rules.
I gotta say, I don't think you should take anything out. Those impressions were spot on, dude.
That's part of the charm of the show, Tony.
Look, the show is very funny. The commercial was 6 hours long. I didn't know what the fuck was going on over here. It's like a fucking episode when me and Kevin used to do the podcast in my apartment. It'd be a 4-hour show.
Oof. Good old days.
Are you trying to fucking NWO us, handsome Kevin? You're gonna take over with your fucking long commercials?
He doesn't hear himself enough on the regular show for 2.5 hours.
What the fuck?
Hey, man, I'll have chop.
Hey, dude, get a clock, bro. What's your address? I'm mailing it.
Oh, if you're mailing stuff out, perhaps I know Duke would enjoy a gravy boat.
Kevin Rogue.
Great commercials, great shows, all part of the brand new revamped Shining Wizards Network. And if you are a fan of the Shining Wizards and you want to follow the Shining Wizards Network, we do have a Facebook page. I finally have access to it because we're old and we don't understand technology, but we figured it out. So I will also be posting the episodes there once we get them from these wonderful new shows. So if you enjoy the show, please check out the new Wizards lineup on the network. There's a lot of different things. Kevin Rogue and Duke do a great year of podcasts where they just go through a year in a particular promotion. Phil does the turnbuckle throwbacks and he covers current stuff. 30 Screams or Less, they're just doing horror shows, horror films, horror movies, horror.
The show is not horrible. It's actually very good.
So it's a great, easy listen. The Mark Order podcast, right? They're there. If you're looking for your AEW fix, check it out. The Canadians are in the house. Radioactive Metal. Snowy's doing his thing, and then he does like Wrestling Night in Canada where they talk about like wrestling moose and bear. It's definitely different from anything you've ever heard in your life.
What they do.
And then the Inconclusive Breakdown, they do a lot of pop culture stuff, top 10 lists, and they do good stuff there. And then the Broadcast, it's always fun to see what people from other countries think of professional wrestling. So they do like a watch along where they'll pick like three matches and turn that into a show. And it's always fun to listen to people with fun accents talk about wrestling, you know?
Yeah, good on you.
Right. That's a great impression too, Tony.
Good on you.
Crikey. This is a knife.
Those are knife.
This is a knife.
I wonder if in Australia they have a restaurant like the American version of Outback, like like they just co-opt like American culture, and like do they call it like Jimmy's or some shit like that?
No,
And they
Tony,
serve,
it's
like,
actually called Outtake, and that's how they named the Subaru Outtake.
I'm gonna run one of you over in my Subaru Outtake, you motherfucker.
It's like burgers.
This
and, like,
is a knife.
milk.
Come to Outtake.
This is an outtake.
Look, people, I had to buy a new car today, and you know what? It was a lot of money that I wasn't ready to spend. So if you want to like help me out and help out the boys a little bit, so I'm not ornery every week, check out our Patreon.
Wait, we didn't get enough money from those commercial spots that we sold to the fucking Tots Pod and fucking.
Patreon's paying for your car now?
What? I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you over fucking Kevin's Avatar 3 commercial that he sent. 8 hours long.
Hey, for what it was, I thought it was fantastic.
It is. It's 3 years
it
long.
was great if I was flying to Los Angeles. I could have listened to the whole thing.
Kevin Rogue.
Anyway, we have a Patreon, patreon.com/.
It's a shame you couldn't get everything else quicker, like you said, Kevin Rogue. He's like, the least important thing, Kevin Rogue. Bro, here's my 20-minute impersonation of a fucking New Yorker, bro.
The sad thing is, I think more people would listen to Handsome Kevin do a Vince Russo impersonation than listen to a Vince Russo podcast.
Well, fair enough. Just not during our commercial break.
Exactly. Tony had so much time to make so much mud water during that commercial break. Kevin actually got to go to the Devils game, score a goal, and come back during that commercial break.
Boy, when did he get signed?
Oh, I've been
during the commercial break.
Oh God, they worked out the contract details and everything.
While you were talking about Hog Wild 2000,
it's not Hog Wild, it's Hog Wild.
Matt's on the roof of the jail, just fucking.
Fucking 6-minute commercial block. What are you on drugs? What are you doing over there in Minnesota? And I fucked my whole Google algorithm up today. I Googled an earthquake in Buffalo, so I'm sure I'll be getting Buffalo updates now.
I was going to say, we had freezing rainfall from the sky. I'm driving around, sliding around, going, I wonder what my weather update is.
Well, you have 11,500 lakes up there. I'm sure you get the lake effect when it gets a little chilly.
Yeah, a little bit.
So we just mentioned Outback, Buffalo, and Chili in the same. So we have Outback, Buffalo Wild Wings, and Chili's all in the same segment. Love it.
Jossie with the worst flex last week. We have 11,272 lakes.
It's a lake of flex.
He don't know how to swim in one of those motherfucking lakes. I'll say it.
Oh, the fuck he doesn't.
Jesus Christ, dude.
What?
What?
Can we do the plugs, please?
What's with the button? The plugs are done. We're doing the Patreon.
Yeah, the Patreon plugs. We got to plug something.
Well, we've been recording tons of bonus content.
Fuck yeah, we have.
Tons. And if Tony figured out how to put them out in the order we asked him to, it would all make sense better. But, flip the Kane and the Scott Steiner episode.
You didn't tell me that to be in any order. You just said
bullshit.
Yeah, no, he did, Tony. He did.
Where's the email? Where's the email?
Whatever. Leave me alone in my fucking dirt
drink
water.
Your fucking mud water, you muddy. I don't know. This is completely out of control, and you love it, and you want to support it, so you want to go to our Patreon. $3 a month. That's right. $3 a month. You can support the Shining Wizards Wrestling Podcast. Get our bonus content. You get a shout out on this show. $5 a month. We're going to plug your socials. We're going to plug your website. $10 a month. It's that time again, bitches. All the $10 people are in the koozie of doom, and we're going to pick. We got William Mercier sitting in next week to talk to Kevin Kelly because Tony's not here. And you can become one of those guys that sit in on interviews. You could do a Wizards Rewind. You could do a Can You Beat That? Just want to make sure this isn't someone we've picked before. They actually just finished up their tenure with us.
Best of luck in your future endeavors.
Yeah, so I didn't have time to take it out. I'm sorry.
That's what she said.
You wish.
What? Why would she say that?
Because she wanted to take it out.
Oh, man. The OG, the Godfather.
Oh, shit.
Of the Shining Wizards Wrestling Podcast, Mr. Manny Kratzo will be joining us at some point in March, either here or in a Patreon exclusive episode. This time, we're going to thank those that support us, and I'm going to go through this really fast so we can get on with this fucking show. Kathy Hummer, the Queen of the Shining Wizards. Manny Kratzo, the King of the Shining Wizards. I don't know why I called you the Godfather. Danny Rusinello, at not Danny Russ. Anthony Rusinello. Sean Toe. Sean Calejo. Kate, the Great. Hensler, at Miss Kate Fabe. She's back from her Jera cruise, and she's going to bore the shit out of you with all her nonsensical stories tomorrow on the Mark Order podcast. So tune in.
She wanted to bore us tonight.
Oh, she wanted to whore us tonight.
No, bore us.
Oh, bore.
Yes.
Want to do
Matt
the horror
Carifo,
tonight.
at Who Dat Matt 81. No relationship.
Who that man?
Okay,
Who
JJ.
that man?
Christine Friesendorf. Mark Parloni.
Happy birthday, bitches.
Thomas Cops, the Mott Spock at High Five Tom. He's doing the Marking Out ROH Revelry podcast. He also does a Midwestern professional wrestling podcast. And 1 week, I'm going to remember to write it down on here so I could properly promote him.
Yeah, promote Mott Spocko's website thing.
Mott Spockos.
Mott the Spocko.
Kieran, my compadre from the Red Club. Bon Beasley.
Eric
Frieds. S.J. McDonald's. S.J. McDonald. Michael Hammond, Matthew Birch. Who got booted? I don't know. Braden Bergen, Adam Fuego 30. He's our number one fan from Iowa. Brendan Haney. He's doing the notes for the Shining Wizards Wrestling Podcast. He's our researcher. He's the man. Ryan Schlong at Mark Order Pod on the Twitter machine. Asian Joe, Mike Peterson at LOL Mike Peterson. Roll is back, people.
Fuck
Roll
yeah.
is back.
Rolling.
David Henry Bauer III. Kevin Rogue. He's sitting in here. He's a part of the show and he's a supporter. What a nice fucking guy.
Kevin Rogue
here. He's doing impersonations at Year of Pod. If you didn't listen to the 20-minute commercial, he's doing he's getting cum thrown in his beard at the wrestling shows at JJ Rogue Means, and then he's doing wrestling figure talk at TOTS Pod. Too old for this shit's pod. Get off his fucking lawn. Follow him. Tell him you love the length of his commercials, among other things. And last but certainly not least, he is joining us next week. He's on the Twitter machine at W. Mercier Jr., the one, the only William Mercier Jr.
Lives are going to be in William Mercier's hands. You know what I mean?
Kevin, I know what you mean.
Is that the instructions to your furnace?
No, it's the notes.
It's the notes, dude. I still got the notes from the podcast I didn't do 2 weeks ago. Look, I drew all these crazy like hieroglyphics on it when we did the crossword puzzle the other day.
That's a person. That's not
What the fuck is that?
It's my crazy doodles.
You're drawing it's like a clown? You do like a clown thing going there?
Looks like a robot Fozzie Bear type clown. What the fuck is that, man?
Yeah, and why does it got a sideways vagina?
I like to draw sideways vaginas. I don't know what to
All
say,
right,
guys.
Tony, we gotta, yeah. It's,
Oh, fuck me running.
Yep, sideways too.
My vag.
My vag.
I think that came through my computer.
Oh, May said she had a good time.
Awesome.
Good stuff.
Did
top 5?
Did you guys talk about the sad stuff?
No, we did not actually. No.
I think we got to talk about it.
We do.
That's a great call because I honestly, this might maybe sound like a bad person, but I wouldn't even thought about it.
Yeah. So we all woke up Thursday.
Friday? Thursday. One day.
Thursday.
I
think it was
forget.
Thursday. It was terrible news. Lanny Poffo, Leapin' Lanny, brother of Macho Man Randy Savage, Randy Poffo, son of Angelo Poffo, wrestling.
The genius.
Yeah, wrestling like a staple. And look at this guy. He's got the genius gimmick on. Friend of the show.
Yeah.
Card. Other Kevin's got a T-shirt. I'm wearing a fucking Nasty Boy shirt. What an asshole.
I'm wearing my NWA shirt. So
nice. But Lanny Poffo passed away unexpectedly Thursday morning at the age of 68. Friend of the show. He did the show many times. And we even did that Wrestling with Genius poetry special a couple years back that we just re-released for everybody. And it's got like EC3 is on it. Gregory Iron is on it. Zach Gowen, Mr. Touchdown. Rob Van Dam wrote his own poem to pay homage to Lanny.
we got stories from Jeff Jarrett about the Poffo family because their promotions were kind of rivals and then they started working together. It's a lot of good stuff on there. And what some of the new listeners might not remember, Lanny actually gave us a preview of his acceptance speech for when the Macho Man was inducted into the Hall of Fame, which was super cool. He didn't have to do that, but he was like, I'll give you guys, I'll read it to you guys. Let me know what you think. He wanted our opinions.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
And I bring that up a lot because it really that was the moment where I'm like, holy crap, he doesn't have to do this. And I think Matt, did he not say that maybe he thinks other than his mom that we were the first people that heard it?
Yeah, it was a very select few. And I think it's the only audio in the history of the Shining Wizards Wrestling podcast that we lost. It legit recorded and then it was not there afterwards.
Oh no, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I just thought we never released it.
No, we had it, and then it was over, and there was a
Yep.
gap. It was very heartbreaking. Me and Tony trying to fix that.
Yep.
Oh God, but you know what? I guess it's kind of silver lining. I guess it's kind of good that we had that with him. I mean, I know we want to let people in on it if we. Like, I don't even know if would we do it now? Would we have ever released it if he without his blessing?
I mean, it was out. It was out there. We had released it as an episode.
That's no, but I thought that was off the air.
No, he read it to us off the air.
Are we talking about the episode or the speech? I'm sorry.
The speech.
The speech. We weren't going to share that.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
So many memories with him. Like in recent years, he retired to Ecuador, so he's been living like a fantastic fucking like rock and roll lifestyle in Ecuador. Like met so many great people, going to restaurants, just like pictures every day of him just having a great time. And as a matter of fact, he was back in this area. He had taken in a Broadway show the night before. He had an autograph session coming up over the weekend. I believe it was I'm pretty sure it was out on Long Island or Queens. It was somewhere nearby. And it was a big surprise, man. It took everybody by surprise. I think Hacksaw Jim Duggan was the first one who had a break, who was tasked with breaking the news to everybody, and just heartbreaking, man. And you think about his career. Did he achieve the success that Macho Man did? No, but he was the genius. He had a victory over Hulk Hogan on Saturday Night's Main Event. He was involved with the Mr. Perfect storyline, manager of the Beverly Brothers. I mean, fucking great dude. And just like when he became the genius, that just put him on a different level. Like he was just always there. Like, he was known as the poet laureate. He always read his poems before the matches, threw Frisbees out to the crowd. Genuinely good dude too. The one story that I remember, friend of the show, JP Mayer, when he was hosting his wrestling podcast at the time, was slated to interview Lanny Poffo, and Lanny actually called in a week ahead of time, and JP blew him off. Still makes me fucking laugh to this day. What a great time we used to have with Lanny, man. What a genuinely good dude.
Yeah. And that genius character for as with his gear and his poetry and stuff, as behind in the times as it was really ahead of its time.
It was so amazing.
It was
he did such a great job.
No one was doing the stuff he did. And he was a manager that could also wrestle. So that was also very weird, because you have managers that take bumps, then you have managers that actually get in the ring and wrestle. At that time, maybe Mr. Fuji would get into a 6-man with Orient Express or something like that. But other than that, he was just so he was Mr. Perfect's manager, but he was also his tag team partner. He was also his muscle, for lack of a better term. And he was also, the Bushwhackers and the Beverly Brothers and Jameson, the whole Jameson Genius stuff. As corny and hacky as it was really cool, because it gave those two tag teams that were never really ever seriously considered tag team champions. The Genius, much like a Jimmy Hart, would make that story better, because he could be the comedy guy and he could be the wrestler, and he would wear that full fucking bodysuit when he wrestled, the whole I'm training to make weight at an amateur wrestling competition type thing. And so ahead of his time. And those were legit poems that he wrote, man. Those are legit. He's not ripping those off from people.
Yeah, he when I got to meet the Macho Man, the one time that I did meet Randy Savage was when he released his rap album, Be a Man, and I waited online to get it autographed. And I asked him, I said, my only question, did Lanny help you with any of the songs? And he said, yeah, he helped him write his tribute to Mr. Perfect on the album, the song Perfect Friend. That was all Lanny's hands in that song. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, man.
So rest in peace to Lanny Poffo. Yeah.
Hey, American Pie commercial. Your 11-minute gimmick. You ever share a locker room with Lanny Poffo?
Oh no, I know where this is going.
Yeah. I'm American Pie over here.
Well, I mean, it's a long song, and you make
Okay,
long.
okay, gotcha. Yeah. No, I was never in the locker room with Lanny. Would have loved to have been. But no, unfortunately not. Wasn't able to meet him. He's one of those guys that when you're younger, I don't know that I appreciated the real genius of the genius. You know what I mean? When I would watch older stuff, I loved watching Leap and Lanny, right? Because he was doing different things for the time.
Great point.
And then he got into the genius character, and I didn't appreciate what it was when it was, but now looking back on it, you can find a new appreciation for it. I think he was just fantastic.
Like, to me, like, Genius was as much a top guy as Mr. Perfect was in that era. Like, you team him up with Mr. Perfect in a tag team match against Hogan and Beefcake or Hogan and Warrior. Like, Genius doesn't seem like he doesn't belong. You know what I mean? Like, he feels like he's right there because of his charisma and his ability in the ring, his athleticism. He is not a second in that situation. He's legit top guy material. And if you wanted to, Cap, Robe, Scroll, we talk about world titles and who's never won them. Obviously, Mr. Perfect is at the top of that list. But is there any doubt in anyone's mind if the Genius was on his own as a top heel, evil, like $1 Million Man kind of esque, not the biggest guy, but has the charisma to maybe carry a character? Is there any doubt that the Genius wouldn't be able to hold his own as a hated heel, as a world champ?
I'm not sure about world champ, but I could definitely see him in an IC title role a la Honky Tonk Man, where he genuinely just tries to outwit people, and when it doesn't work, he just smashes them with the scroll, and that's it. He sneaks one away.
All right, so we're back in an era where the Intercontinental title was almost as equal as the world title.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking to myself, if I could put the IC title on the Genius, is it that far out of reach that maybe if you have a Genius and Savage feud, maybe not Hogan, because Hogan kind of dwarfed him a little bit, but if you do a Genius Savage feud for the world title?
Yeah, could you imagine the brothers going at it for the world title? That might have some legs. Then now you're talking. You're talking. I might be on board with that.
I always thought that he would have been the perfect successor to Gene Okerlund in those backstage segments. I thought he would have been the perfect guy when Gene was no longer there. Like, I remember going, where's the Genius? Because it seems to me his charisma, his voice, his delivery would have been so perfect. His quick wit, that would have been perfect in that role for him. You know what I mean? As he was getting older, I always thought it would have been perfect. It would have been an easy, smooth transition.
So you saying that is triggering a lot of thoughts in my head. I think you're right, 100%, but I almost feel like he would outshine the person he's interviewing. And Mean Gene would do that a lot too, but Mean Gene was weaselly, skinny, or a little frumpy, little short Mean Gene. Like, you would want to, like, Genius would be able to fight you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, in that size. But I think you're, well, Stan Lane did it, and he was a big guy. Gorilla Monsoon did it. He was a big guy. So you might be there. You might be onto something there. That would be really cool, actually. That would be really cool. But yeah, man, I thought Genius had unlimited, untapped potential. Then he went to WCW and sat for a year because Macho Man got him a deal. But anyway.
Good for him. Well, rest in power, Lanny Poffo. The episode is available on YouTube, and it's in rotation wherever you get podcasts. Check it out. It's really fun listen because, it's got all these great wrestlers on there. I think Brian Myers reads a poem, and like I said, EC3 and Zach Gowen, and it's a kind of a who's who. I think Anthony Bowens does a poem.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, just a really great, fun listen.
I think Bowens read it with us when he was on the show, right? Didn't he read it in person?
Yeah, I think he did. And I know Tessa Blanchard, I think, is on there too.
Yeah.
Yep. It's if you are subscribed wherever you listen, it should have hit your feed either on our network feed or on the Shining Wizards feed, because I posted everything up on the Anchor site. So it should have gotten out to everybody. So if you haven't had a chance to listen to it, check it out. It's definitely.
I'm sure we'll be sharing it. The more and more we think about Lanny, we'll share it every now and then. So
last week we had talked about where does Rhea Ripley go? And after we got off the air last week, it seems like she will be challenging Charlotte at WrestleMania 39.
I didn't remember. I forgot that Charlotte had challenged her for the NXT championship just a few years ago. So, my thought was Bianca because they were kind of like, side by side in Rumble after Rumble, but makes a lot of sense. And I think we might be smelling new champion after WrestleMania. How do you not go with her? I mean, she's amazing. Everything that she touches is gold. Just her being at ringside, just talking shit to the wrestlers when they're in the ring. I think it was Xavier Woods said, "Hi, mommy," and she goes, "Hello, dickhead." It's fucking amazing.
Oh, very nice.
She's talented. She's got the look. She's got the demeanor. She knows how to handle herself in the ring.
And she owes Charlotte. She owes her.
Yep. The turntables have turned tables.
Well, how the turntables have commercial.
Do you think? Oh, go ahead, Kevin.
No. Go ahead, Kev.
I was gonna say, do you think that it's both Rhea and Cody? Because this is just a thought I was thinking the other day. We've kind of gotten to a point where WWE has to turn the page, right? Because it's been well, you have a kind of a shelf life for those top guys, and you get to a certain point where it's time to turn the page. I'm not saying usher them out, but guys like Seth and guys like Roman have been there for a very long time now. Are they getting to the point where it's time to turn the page again? Cody and Rhea, and you know what I mean? Try and start that new wave.
I think so. I think last time something like this happened was when Nakamura and Asuka won the Rumbles, and they both wound up losing at WrestleMania. Right. I think this one is a little different. Roman's empire is crumbling around him. I think, Charlotte being the face, I mean, I don't see Charlotte remaining a face too long. This may be the perfect way for her to transition back into what she is just a good heel, a great heel. So, yeah, you know what? I tend to agree. I think this is the time where, you turn the page and you move forward. And even if Cody doesn't get that long run, I think all signs are pointing to him coming away from this as the new champion.
So I 100% agree on Cody. Whether it's Cody or if there's some sort of swerve and it ends up being Sammy, I don't think it'll be Sammy, but if it's Cody, Roman 100% needs a breather. And not that he just can't get any more popular than he is. Like, he can't get any bigger and better than he is right now. Right. So, take him off TV, let Cody run the show for a little bit. I'm not as convinced that Rhea beats Charlotte. I know that she owes her a loss, but Charlotte just won the belt. So is she transitional champion-esque? Matt, does she, unless she wants it or unless she wants the time off?
It seemed like it kind of came in a left field, and it was at the, she beat Ronda Rousey, who was, she was half pregnant, right? She kind of wanted to be a wrestler, but she didn't want to be a wrestler. She hated the fans.
Ronda's comeback was a disaster anyway. They plucked it off her because it seems like her and Baszler are going for tag titles at Mania.
Yeah, that's what I've been reading too, and it just, I don't know. If you want, so we're always talking about making new stars, right? We need to elevate people and make new stars. If you want to push Rhea up into that atmosphere, what a better opportunity than to have her beat Charlotte. I watched a little bit of Raw last week when we were done because my wife was doing something. And I'm just gonna put Raw on, and I enjoyed the little bit of Raw that I saw, and I didn't get to see any SmackDown, but you need a fresh coat of paint, right? Charlotte and Bayley and Becky have been around so much since 2016, right? I'm looking at the Elimination Chamber match, and to figure out who we're gonna have face Bianca at WrestleMania 39, they're doing an Elimination Chamber with the women, and the name that jumps off the page for me is Raquel Rodriguez.
Oh, she's a star in the making. She's gonna
right. She had a great showing in the Rumble. She's in there with Asuka, which I love. This new version of Asuka. Liv Morgan had a great showing. Nikki Cross, Natty. I like Natty, but it's she gets that. she gets to be in that big match every time, and she's never quite grabbed that brass ring. But I think it's time. Like, I'm with you, Kev. Like, I think it's time to we got to roll this over. And I talked about it a couple weeks ago. Like, Cody as champion opens up so many more possibilities of more believable feuds, right? I can buy Austin Theory going after Cody Rhodes, right? And I don't think Austin Theory will beat him, but I think we can get something out of there. Austin Theory having the Money in the Bank briefcase and going after Roman Reigns doesn't really work for me, which is why he had to do his goofy cash in with the U.S. Championship. Like, sometimes they paint themselves into a corner and then they have to make a terrible decision. But I'm excited at the prospect of Cody being the champion because I think it opens up the possibilities of fresh matches and athletic matches. Not saying Roman's not athletic, but he's built he's such a super mega heel that he can't be beat. He's slayed Brock. He's excuse me, very gassy from the down east. He's slayed Brock. He slayed Edge. He's took out Daniel Bryan when he was here. There's nobody left for him to fucking beat.
Yeah, right. Essentially, he is basically like Brock now. Like the way they booked him, you can't beat Brock. You can't beat unless you're Goldberg. You can't beat Brock. You can't beat Roman. So I agree with you 100%. Cody can have more seemingly competitive feuds on paper. Because Roman's been so hot and so unbelievably unstoppable that every match no one's picking against Roman. Every pay-per-view, no one's not picking Roman Reigns if he's on it. So
that brings me to the Elimination Chamber, and it seems to be a very hot topic in the pro wrestling community. Roman Reigns, Sami Zayn is happening for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship.
That's right.
Does anyone here think Sami Zayn winning would be a bad move?
100% bad move.
Yeah, I think it is at this point. The way the storylines are going, I think the way you come out of it is, even if Sami loses, he gets back up from Kevin Owens. These two get back together, and then something happens from there. What happens from there? Who knows? Because as far as I've been seeing from progression, Jey Uso has not been in contact with the tribe, whatever you call them. So maybe there's something going on there where Jey backs them up and they take on Sikoa and Jimmy Uso. I don't know, but I think the direction there is, the best buds are back together and then let them just go on their run, You get videos of them at the fucking at Disneyland riding the roller coasters together and shit. You know what I'm saying? We get some Mick Foley, Al Snow nonsense out of them,
Can we get a little? Can we get some head cheese?
No, God, no. Head cheese is gross.
So I know, Tony, you agreed with Shining Wizards Kevin, but HK down here, he sees it in a different light. So I'm interested.
You mean Kevin Rogue?
Now look, is this going to be as long as a commercial? Because if so, I want to take a nap.
Yeah, come on, we got to get to fucking. Can you beat that? Let's go.
No. I don't think that there's a problem at all with them having Sami win. I don't. I think that if you're in a position where you're already talking about it's time to turn the page. You're putting him in a match it's in Montreal, is it not?
It is.
Yes.
So it's somewhat of a hometown there for one Sami. I think that Tony, you're already giving me. I haven't fucking finished yet.
They screwed Bret Hart in Montreal. You think they're gonna let Sami Zayn win? Are you out of your mind?
Tony.
Couldn't disagree with this take more.
25 fucking years ago. 25 fucking years ago. How many of those fans do you think are still tuning in every week?
And how many matches since those 25 years have they exactly copied that finish?
Hey.
They did it the next fucking year at Survivor Series.
I don't think there's any not by me. In fact, there's not a problem with it.
Game.
I think it would be an amazing moment, and that's what wrestling is moments. And if you can create a giant moment, create it.
Yeah, but question is, then where do you go after that? Sami Zayn, Universal WWE undefined champion.
You're building up to your. So granted, all the tickets are already sold for Mania. Everyone's already paid their price. Everyone's already in the building. So you don't have to necessarily worry about it from a monetary perspective. But are you really going out of your way at this point to pay to see Sami Zayn main event? I think Sami Zayn's the best thing on TV. But are you really going to watch Sami Zayn after you have all this equity built up in Roman Reigns and now Cody and all these packages for Cody? You're not.
So
you can't do it.
You've already said Cody or Roman needs a break. We've said you need to turn the page.
Not before Mania.
Why?
All right.
What?
Sami
Why?
Zayn wins.
Why?
Sami Zayn wins. 2 words for you. Johnny Knoxville. He gets the fucking match that he wants because he beat him last time and he's going for the title. And he's got Wee Man in his corner to fucking body slam him into a mousetrap.
Hey, if it's a match that is an absolute knockdown, drag out that you can get behind Sami and believe in Sami and he pulls off a victory, nobody's going to be upset with it. Nobody.
I'll give you everything where it's a knockdown, drag out. He fights his heart out. You're on the ride with him. You really start thinking he's going to win, and then boom, he gets fucked.
I think that's probably the way it will happen, but I don't see any issue with them strapping Sami up at this point. Kevin, you said it yourself. He's the hottest thing in wrestling.
Yeah,
what's the fucking problem?
That doesn't necessarily mean he should be the top guy and your biggest champion going into the biggest pay-per-view of the year.
What's going on, Cody? Anyways,
I think you guys are looking over the fact that there is 6-7 weeks worth of TV before Mania, and it is not out of the realm of possibilities for the WWE to do something, book a moment, only to have that Friday night SmackDown where you need the ratings, run Roman and Sami back again.
Romy wants his rematch.
Triple H ain't no Tony Khan.
Yeah, but how does that look then for Cody Rhodes going into Mania, knowing that fucking Roman Reigns is already damaged goods?
Because why not? Roman Reigns has been on top of the WWE for years.
Because he'd be damaged goods at that point.
The loss to
You'd be like,
Sami
fucking
would-
Sami Zayn beat him and fucking Cody Rhodes can't beat him. It's like, it's more of a foregone conclusion, dude. Cody Rhodes isn't going to beat him.
No, you just said, and who says Cody Rhodes can't beat him?
Well, if Sami Zayn beats him before that, then it's a fucking shoo-in,
No, but
isn't
you
it?
just totally missed his last statement then, because they're saying that then you would rebook Roman Reigns beating Sami Zayn on SmackDown for the ratings, and then you'd still get Cody and Roman at Mania.
Yeah, but Roman's already damaged goods at that point.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but you said that Cody couldn't beat him.
If it's booked like Schmaz City with fucking Kevin Owens and a steel chair at the Elimination Chamber, there's ways they could do. Look, I don't think they do it. I think Roman beats Sami, and I think you're gonna see Roman and Cody at Mania.
Yes.
But the moment's there, man. Like the WWE can really capitalize, and I think the fans would go crazy for it, and I think people would tune in the next week on SmackDown. And I know they're hurting for ratings over there.
All right.
No, are they?
It would definitely pop a rating for them.
I just there's no way you have all this, like I said, you have all this equity built up in Roman to have him lose 2 months before or a month before your biggest show ever, and you just can't have him lose. You just can't. You did all this, and now you're like a month before the pay-per-view, the biggest pay-per-view of the year, you're gonna have him lose. I get it.
Yeah, but they were doing this.
Darby Allin won on AEW, and then he lost to Samoa Joe the next week. I don't like that. That doesn't work for me.
But they were doing this long before Cody was in the picture. Roman Reigns was the champion. There was no light at the end of the tunnel. He was having this monster run.
Right. And now you finally have someone other than, like, did anyone think Kevin Owens was going to beat him? Did anyone think that?
Did anyone think this Sami Zayn thing was going to take off the way it did, though?
I mean, how did the Kofi run go? How did Daniel Bryan's run go?
I mean, Kofi was Kofi Mania. That was.
And then he lost on the first episode of SmackDown to Brock Lesnar in 5 seconds.
Yeah, and look what Kofi does now. He tries to fucking have a spot every year at the Royal Rumble.
You get me started.
Him and his Kofi tits.
I enjoyed Kofi Mania. I enjoyed the Yes movement. I would enjoy Sami Zayn having this time, but it's not the right time. If you want to tell me at SummerSlam it happens, you want to tell me at a pay-per-view or premium live event down in November of next year or this year, I'd be on board with it. but I can't do it at Mania. And there's still a lot of meat on the bone for this story. So I don't want.
You think Sami Zayn wins by disqualification just because Roman has enough and he just fucking completely destroys him, and then it takes
Sympathetic.
and then it takes Kevin Owens coming out to save him, and Jey Uso comes out, and then you finally have like this fucking split of the Roman Empire.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like Sammy wins by DQ, but just because fucking Roman loses his shit and just completely pummels him, tosses a referee down, tosses another referee down, and while he's getting beat up, Kevin Owens comes out, but Jay fucking makes his return and he's with him and he fucking backs him up.
Or you have that's how you trigger the story that actually starts the build to Cody Roman. Maybe Cody gets involved too.
Ooh, because Cody did apologize after Royal Rumble that he wasn't there to help out Kevin and Sammy.
There you go.
So maybe
listen, I'm excited, man. So whatever direction they go, as long as I'm entertained.
Yeah, there's some good shit at the top right now.
I know that sounds hypocritical to what I just said, but just entertain me and I'll deal with the rest afterwards.
All right, fair enough.
You know what I mean?
Interesting. Did you guys notice that Shawn Michaels is starting to look like Bill Apter?
He takes a picture on our T-shirt. I'll allow it.
Yeah, fair enough.
Fuck that. I'd rather take a fuck Shawn Michaels, piece of shit.
Wow.
What? He's starting to look like Bill Apter, though. Kevin mentioned it in his tirade before there. Samoa Joe beat Darby Allin for the title on Wednesday night. So Samoa Joe is a 2-time champion, TNT champion. Wardlow is back. He's got a nice fresh haircut.
Fresh cut.
Tony is not impressed.
No. Oh, whatever.
No.
No.
What about Jade Cargill, 50-0?
Yeah, good for her.
Yeah.
Yeah, good for her.
All right.
She's
this
that
is how
bitch,
it
right?
be Matt EW.
She's that bitch? Yeah, she that bitch.
That bitch. Moxley
for
beat
her.
the Page, Hangman.
Oh, good for him. Did he
That
cut
was a good
himself
match. That was a
open?
good match.
Did he cut himself open 30 seconds into the match?
He
Did
did.
they brawl on the
actually.
floor?
He did cut himself open.
He did. He did blade.
Of course he did.
Produ-
And
and
fucking
the-
Meltzer gave it 4 stars because somebody liked it somewhere. Remember that fucking nonsense with Nick Gage and fucking Jericho? Fucking hand jobs, all of them. Fuck them.
Brian
Fuck
Danielson successfully defeated Timothy Thatcher, so the
All right, Timothy Thatcher's got a job. No, good on him. I like Timothy Thatcher.
Timothy Thatcher's in Noah.
I didn't know of that.
Don't laugh. It's been done to death on this show.
That's all right. We'll just keep on burying that
Hey,
shit.
if it's funny, it's still funny.
Still pops somebody.
Tony, your boy Take Sheeta is going to wrestle MJF this week.
Oh, great. Lining him up for the champ, huh?
That's the
Who did he ever beat?
eliminator match.
Who did he ever beat? Oh, one of these fucking things. Who did Take Sheeta beat last?
He beat Brian Cage Wednesday night.
Oh, so he gets a fucking eliminator match for beating fucking GMSI? Fuck that shit. Get my shit in. I'm a fucking triple fucking tag champ of fucking Ring of Honor. Yeah, good on you. Fucking hand job Harry.
Hand job, Harry. Well, Tony, if that upsets you, Ricky Starks has to run the gauntlet against.
Oh my God! Another gauntlet.
He's got to wrestle all JSA.
Isn't it JAS?
Whatever.
And wait, so what does he get when he wrestles? The privilege of wrestling Jericho?
Sounds like somebody
he will
watched
take on-
Dynamite.
He will take on either Daniel Garcia or Sammy Guevara.
When?
No,
Tonight?
then they have
Tomorrow?
to beat.
Wednesday?
Then if they beat them, then he gets Jericho again.
Yeah, he's got to beat Angelo Parker, Matt Minardi.
Why are you
Daniel-
telling me this?
Minardi.
See this? Zero
Yeah.
fucks right here.
All right.
You're
Would you
giving
go-
me fucking lettuce and pickles.
Okay, here's a real question for you, Tony.
Of course.
Would you go to an AEW house show?
If we get a box, yes.
Because AEW is starting up with house shows.
Oh, great. Where's the first one? Newark?
Troy, Ohio.
Oh,
Mark
fuck
Buchanan.
yeah. The good people of Troy. I miss Troy Nelson. What's he up to these days?
Great question. Now, Tony, would you? Tony Khan said,
Oh, shit.
talking to Kota Ibushi is something we have to consider.
Well, great. If it gives him a fucking better paycheck than Game Changer Wrestling, then I'm all for it.
I think it's WrestleMania weekend. They're fucking paying him.
Well, of course they are.
They
You
sold
know
out
how
everywhere.
old Kota
Man.
Ibushi is, Tony?
He's 29.
Anyone else care to guess?
34.
31.
Kota Ibushi is 40 years old.
Yeah, he is. He looks amazing.
Would you watch AEW, Tony, if Kota Ibushi showed up there?
I'd check it out. You think they're going to make him run the gauntlet against the fucking Jericho Ass Kisser Society?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Does he speak English?
Kota Ibushi?
I don't think he does.
Sure, he's got some. He's got to talk some. He's best friends with Kenny Omega.
Oh, so yeah, wonderful. Thank you very much. That's what he says.
I mean, it's English. My wife speaks sign language. She spoke to some deaf guy today at the bar.
See, this is what I thought about the other day, right? It's funny you mentioned sign language. Why isn't sign language the universal language? You don't need to know what it means in other languages. You just need to know what the word is. The words are all the same, right?
I guess.
Like everybody knows what this is for the most part, right? So just fucking work
I missed
in
it.
there.
What'd you do?
This, right? Or this?
Fuck you too.
But no, like fucking hand gestures. Like everybody could figure that out. Then that would be the universal language. Yeah.
So when people do sign language, do they speak in words or do they spell out the letters?
Some they do, but there's words for a lot of, like there's like a hand gesture for a lot of words. But if you don't know the word, you could spell it out. Like, I don't know why I'm doing this. This is like fucking this from before.
I thought that was really good, actually.
I like it. Keep doing it.
Yeah, I don't know what I said. I probably told somebody to fuck off.
So you're telling me
what
you want sign language to be the universal
It
language?
should be, right? Because everybody can learn it. You don't have to learn like how to say things in different words. You just got to learn a hand gesture. Am I wrong?
I mean, theoretically, you're not wrong.
See?
I think it's a little too much to ask, but
Here's the question though, Tony. Is there do different countries or different regions have different sign language?
Like dialects of sign language?
Not just dialect, but I mean, are like people in Europe, is their sign language the same as American Sign Language? Because I would bet it's not, because it is like here it's American Sign Language. So I'm guessing that there is other versions of sign language. Like my wife knows some sign language, and it is American Sign Language. So
Listen,
I'm guessing
this is
that they
not
have
sign language, dude.
They probably have.
How do you do sign language if your teeth are all fucked up like those British people?
What do your teeth have to do with sign language?
Fuck, I was trying to make a joke, asshole.
I know. I was calling you out on it. It was fucking terrible.
And what about the countries where the people only have 4 fingers? What do you do there?
Can like JPP do sign language?
How did the Yakuza do the sign language?
Yeah.
With fucking 8 fingers? I don't know.
Well, that means they're liars. You can't trust their hand gestures.
You would trust them speaking, let alone with hand gestures?
Well, they're not allowed to speak.
Yakuza? I thought the monks weren't allowed to speak.
No, not if this is the thing.
Yeah, are we taking speaking off the table?
Yeah, that's a great question.
Yeah, why not? We should all just become mutes.
Well, how do we do a podcast?
Like this.
Visual.
You have to watch. Yeah.
We are on StreamYard.
We wouldn't have to worry about the theme music crapping out in the beginning of the show.
Yeah, maybe you should let Kevin's guy work on our theme music.
Yeah.
Why? We want to do a 45-minute intro?
Hey, you never know.
I mean,
pretty good.
I like
At
our
some
intro
point
music. I don't know if
At some point it'll play, right?
Jesus Christ. Can we fucking play? Speaking of playing, it's already after 9.
Well,
What
I
are we
wanted to
doing?
ask Kevin if he watched Joe Hendry's music slam video on his boys.
I guess we're not playing.
So that was 2 weeks ago. I did watch it, and I watched Cardona's slam on Hendry this past Thursday on Impact.
Yeah, it was not as good.
Oh, it was better.
No, it wasn't. You're fucking out of your mind.
What are you talking about? What's the matter with?
No, first, and your fucking boyfriend won some fucking non-existent title on the fucking cruise.
All right. So internet title, I'll give you.
We're just fucking making fucking titles up now. It's like fucking Matt Cardona runs fucking wrestling. He's making up a title for everything.
Wait. Was that all right? Serious question, not fanboy, nothing. I thought that tournament thing was for something.
Yeah, the fucking like Jericho Rocks Ocean fucking championship.
All right, so that wasn't his call. That's a belt that
He's a
existed
fucking
and he
hand
won it.
job, and his rap sucks.
Oh, his rap was great. You know,
Rap
it was
was trash.
perfectly on beat, perfectly in tempo. He's got a voice like Tupac. He knows what he's doing.
I do have questions for Brendan Haney. Did you guys look through the notes here?
I did. Where are you going with Impact?
Yeah.
Boy, this show is as long as a Duke and Rogue commercial.
I watched Impact, so I'm right here. I'm your notes.
Well, I'm more concerned with every time he wrote Kenny King's name in parentheses, he put black. But I think he's thinking of Kevin Knight.
He 100% thinking of Kevin Knight.
So it was a great joke idea.
Yes, great callback to last week's show.
Right,
yeah, but I think that was the joke, right?
That he
because I mix them all up. They all look alike, right?
That's not appropriate. The snake, Tony.
Kevin quit.
You lost him. That's it. You broke
it.
Kevin forever.
Both of them. What are you reading the script for your next commercial?
That was like the worst thing you could like that. What?
What?
Exactly, Matt. You nailed it.
Turn it into a rap. Let me hear you rap.
Oh, I used to be able to rap really well. Can't do anymore.
Why does
let me check the
Tony
notes.
say this shit? He is such a racist. He is ugly.
Yeah, I checked the notes. It says Kevin Garifo in parentheses. It says white. So there you go.
Tom. I never wanted something edited out so much than what you just said there.
Muta wrestled his last match with 2 hamstring tears.
Oh, good for him.
Is it good for him?
Yeah.
Did you see the interview that he wanted to wrestle The Rock in his last match, but he cost billions of yen?
It's not a lot of money though. Yen is not expensive.
Yeah,
but billions is probably millions or hundreds of thousands.
Wait, what?
Billions goes to millions, right? If we're going backwards.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah, yen's not expensive. You can. So when you sign up for New Japan World, it's like 875 yen, but in America it's like $6.
Right. So I'm saying, even though it's cheaper in American dollars, a billion, 10 billion yen is probably still like what? A couple 100,000, 300,000. I have no idea. I'm totally guessing. I could be way off.
1 billion yen comes out to let's say $7.5 million.
All right, there you go. Boom. So Muta said it would cost them tens of billions of yen.
Tens of billions.
That's what I saw from Muta. It was a Muta interview. He wanted he said that he wanted his last, unless it was clickbait nonsense. I saw the thing. He wanted his last match to be with The Rock, but the price was too high, and he kind of throws Nakamura under the bus again a little bit.
Does he call it clear again?
No, he does not.
Tony, I know you're really like chomping at the bit to play. Can you beat that?
Oh no, I'm done. It's canceled. It's over.
What do you mean you can't cancel?
I guess he texted me. He's like, I gotta go to bed.
He gotta go to bed. When you fucking reach out to a 70-year-old person?
No, he might have been in a different time zone. It's all right.
A different time zone? That means he's probably he ain't ahead of us.
No, he's Hulk Hogan. He went back over to Dateline. He thinks it's tomorrow already.
You're so full of shit. Your eyes are. We watch Power.
Oh yeah.
I gotta know, Tony.
Uh-huh.
What do you think of NWA Power this week?
With the wedding and the Kazanas.
We had the wedding. We had the no tables match
with Odinson
and Bully Ray.
It's the first time I've ever heard Odinson talk, and he sounds weird.
Yep. I got
Who
very Mike
sounds weirder,
Tyson vibes.
Odinson or Casey Canizaro?
I'll give Odinson, 100%.
Really? Because Casey Canizaro sounds like she's been sucking on the helium all day.
Well, she's a gymnast and she's tiny. That's what that happens. That's a thing. That's a thing, Matt. I don't know how. I don't know why. That's a thing.
I know why. Malnourished. Doesn't take care of herself.
Maybe. But she went to Towson.
Eat a fucking
Angelina
cheeseburger
Love?
like May Valentine. What do you got against Angela Love? We're going to go down this road again?
I don't like her.
You're picking her to beat Camille this weekend?
Hell no. What do you think? I'm crazy?
Yeah.
You know who I'm a fan of? Who I just saw for the first time, like that I can remember, is the Thrillbilly, Silas Mason, or whatever his name is.
All right, I'm kind of with you on that. He's got a lot of
Charisma, pizzazz. I like even the duo that they have with the lady. I enjoy that. Was so entertaining, and he's such a good promo. And he just reminds me of like he's like not Trevor Murdoch, but he's like kind of there, but so much better. Like it's I love the Thrillbilly, man. I'm a fan. Thrillbilly.
You
fan.
like him in what's Pollo
De Mayo?
Pollo de Mayo.
No, it's Pollo Del Mar, Chicken of the Sea.
Thought it was Chicken of May.
You like that Pollo de Mayo?
I was a fan of the segment. I was a fan of the interview, and then they had Tony. You got to explain something to me though,
please.
What the hell was that championship series bullshit 8-hour match that we watched?
Oh, stupid.
But what's the end game? What did they win when they got it?
They all won title shots.
Oh, okay. And there was like 10 on 10.
Yeah, and they had the women first, and then it was kind of meaningless because it was stupid.
So I liked. So despite the nonsense that I didn't understand, I did kind of like that because I'm a sucker for gimmick matches. But I also like the. I'm a fan. I like these Kentucky gentlemen. They're like NWA is embracing their South. Like it seems like. And I also like Carnage. Yeah, but why is Carnage and Red Dog now not question marks anymore?
They're Blunt Force Trauma. They're Aron Stevens' team.
They were his best men too at the wedding.
Yeah.
So why? When did that change?
Last couple weeks, maybe.
Yeah.
I'm more interested in your love for this Pollo Del Mar.
Well, it's more Thrillbilly Jones, but I thought that she was incredible.
You think they make a nice couple?
I don't know what they do, man.
A couple of what?
I just thought that the promo segment was great. I thought they were both entertaining.
Would you make a kisses with a Pollo Del Mar?
No.
Not your cup of tea?
No.
What if she gets funnier as we move forward in the NWA?
No.
Funny doesn't make money?
Oh, funny makes money. Doesn't make Kevin.
All right. Fair enough. We got new NWA U.S. Tag Team Champions.
The Kentucky the Southern.
All right. I can clearly tell that Tony doesn't want to be here anymore. So,
dude, it's fucking late. What happened to 9 o'clock's the hard hour, and then we're going to overtime.
Well, no overtime. We'll play.
Score's still tied. Jesus.
All right, Tony, give us the committee's decision for tonight.
Well, the committee did reach out to a few players, and while said players were enthusiastic about challenging you, unfortunately, none of them can challenge you tonight.
What the fuck does that mean?
That means you'll have some contenders lined up should you win tonight. However, you will be facing one of your own. The committee has chosen Shining Wizards Kevin to compete against you tonight.
The committee is fucking lazy as shit.
No, the committee is not lazy.
I told you to be upset.
I know. Well, it is what it is. Par for the course.
Well, I mean, make an effort, committee. What are we doing here?
Handsome Kevin, did the committee not make an effort?
Absolute effort, yes. Yeah. I can confirm 100%. And I do know that the committee has a long line of challengers on the way.
You're so full of shit. The two of you are in fucking cahoots.
Who's in cahoots?
I like
you
hoots.
Two fucking mooks down there at the bottom of the screen.
Should I move?
I just accepted it, Matt. I just accepted an offer.
You guys
that
are
was
mooks.
presented to me.
Good.
Yeah,
Bert
be a
Kuchner calling
I'm
us mooks.
the champion.
Yeah, great. Good for you. Maybe not after tonight.
Oh, maybe not after tonight.
Yeah, maybe
we'll
not
see.
After tonight.
What do you bring? Last time you bring me some goof dressed as a captain. All right, I didn't even get to play Christian Rocco. He's so fucking scared. He's hiding underneath his mama's skirt.
Well, that's a Christian Rocco
You and the
problem.
committee can't even. You go right back to Shining Wizards Kevin, who's a great opponent. But come on.
Oh, so yeah, all right. So
get
Kevin,
creative.
I think Matt's saying you don't rate, bro.
Where's the paper trail? Let me see an email. I didn't get a text all week. The committee's working on something.
No, you don't need to know.
I don't get the respect that I'm deserved.
Respect. Well, listen to you.
I respect you.
I'm the champion. The committee doesn't respect me.
It's a shame.
Well, with an attitude like that, I can't understand why they wouldn't.
Because they don't
that
give
for
a
a
shit
while.
about me.
I think
Who'd
he's
you reach
afraid
out to?
tonight.
Who'd you reach out? Who'd the committee
I
have you
think he's
reach out
afraid
to?
tonight.
I want names.
Well, then you're gonna have to. There you go, Sami Zayn.
Kate, we tried. Couldn't do it.
Yeah, there's no names. You just said, "Oh, I forgot tonight's Can You Beat That?" The committee said, "Oh, I'm too busy making falafels."
I can tell you 100%, Matt. Right? It was not a last-second situation. Right? The committee has people lined up. They're in the holster. Unfortunately,
Lined up for what? What are they going to walk the plank?
schedules sometimes, Matt, don't allow for certain things to line up the way we want
I
them to.
send the schedule every month. So I gotta talk to some liaison to Tony, who's part of the committee. I can't even talk to Tony about the schedule. I gotta send an email to Tony's liaison because this whole committee bullshit has gotten to Tony's head, and now you're in bed with Tony.
Now, Matt, let me ask you this: you didn't plan to go buy a car today, right?
Farce.
It's something that happened.
I
It
showed
came
up here.
You are here, but others don't have that kind of flexibility.
They
in their
should know it's
schedule
every Monday
sometimes.
night.
Right. But maybe it's not every Monday night for them.
Yeah.
Hey.
So schedules, sometimes things happen. We just have to be understanding.
want
And we
to-
know that the committee has got the best interest in mind there.
Matt, they're in bed together and they're charging fans for photo ops.
Yeah,
That's what they're doing.
what do you got? Fucking frogs in your pockets? Start the game.
Kevin, since you're
Start the fucking
challenging,
game.
I'm gonna go to Kevin first because he's challenging.
Let me get my belt.
Get your belt.
Kevin,
Actually, I'm looking forward to this, Matt.
this is gonna be good. Kevin,
Yes.
questions to you, sir.
Wait,
You
does
get
he need to hear that? He needs to hear him.
Headphones are in.
Oh, all right, got it. Yeah. All right, go.
we could see all those fucking wrestling buddies. Who knows how many are stuck together? Your topics for tonight. First topic: stampeding through the island. Come on, let's bring it together. The first topic: stampeding through the island. 8 possible answers. The other one: in prison. 6 possible answers.
I'll go. Ooh, stampeding through the island. That's either a Canada reference or a Long Island reference or a Samoan reference. In prison is pretty self-explanatory, I feel like. So I will go with in prison.
Kevin is playing in prison. Kevin, in the history of World Wrestling Entertainment, there have been 3 Punjabi prison matches contested by 2 wrestlers apiece. I want to know how many of the 6 wrestlers who participated in Punjabi prison matches can you name? 3 matches, 6 wrestlers in the history of the Punjabi prison match.
Kevin, your minute starts now.
Oh, we're doing that still?
Oh,
Is that
yeah.
okay?
Well, I don't know if we should trust Kevin Rogue with timing anything.
Fucking Duke did it, man. Duke, he's the guy.
Sure, blame your partner.
I mean, that's what they're there for, right?
Yep.
Absolutely.
Who else are you gonna blame?
3.
I can name.
You got time yet, Kevin? You're at 25 seconds.
Gotcha.
15 seconds. 10 seconds.
I can go 5.
Matt, Kevin says he can name 5. Really? The question to you, Matt, is can you beat that?
30 seconds, Matt.
I can name all 6.
I knew it. That's what I should have just said 6.
Fucking A. Matt, in the history of the Punjabi prison match, 6 wrestlers have participated in a total of 3 matches. You said you can name all 6 whenever you're ready.
Are you ready?
Are you ready?
Well, it's the big show.
That's 1.
Undertaker.
That's 2.
The Great Khali.
Makes sense. That's 3.
Jinder Mahal.
That's 4.
Randall Orton.
This is
That's
such a
5.
bad play out of me.
Batista.
Holy shit, Matt runs the table again. 1 point to
Such
Matt.
a freaking terrible play out of me.
Who did you have, Kev?
I had them all.
Who are you missing?
No, I had them all.
You had them all and you went 5?
Matt started naming the guys. Undertaker, I thought was not in one because I was confusing him with the Batista versus Big Show and Khali, like double. Like it was supposed to be. I think it was supposed to be Undertaker versus Khali, and then he came out, and then Batista came in and fought both Big Show and Khali. And
no, that's where you mixed up was. Yeah.
And then that's where I got fudged up. But I had Orton. I actually had AJ Styles first, then put Orton in after because I thought it was AJ Styles and Jinder.
So Undertaker and Big Show wrestled at Great American Bash 2006. Batista and Great Khali was No Mercy 2007, and Jinder Mahal Randy Orton was Battleground 2017.
Oh wait, so that wasn't a handicap match. They just replaced.
They replaced Great Khali because he had some sort of viral infection.
With Big Show. Okay, so that's where I got fudged up. Okay.
Yep. Matt, second question goes to you.
Yes.
Stampeding through the island.
All right.
The main event of the Bunkhouse Stampede, January 24th, 1988, took place at the Nassau Coliseum in Uniondale. 8 wrestlers participated in this event. How many of them can you name? Main event, the Bunkhouse Stampede.
Matt, your minute starts now.
88.
88. January
I'll start with 3.
Kevin, Matt says he can name 3. Question to you. Can you beat that? It's interesting that in this time period, the NWA would have a pay-per-view in Long Island, of all places, given the time frame.
I literally just watched this a week ago.
Kevin, you got 15 seconds.
What? For a minute? That was a minute?
No. First person gets a minute.
Yep,
You get
30
the benefit.
seconds thereafter.
Yeah, because you get the benefit of Matt's time plus your own time.
I'm not thinking during his time. Okay, all right.
Well, you should be.
I can name 4.
Kevin says he can name 4. Matt?
Go ahead, Kevin. Name 4.
Kevin. Bunkhouse Stampede, Nassau Coliseum, January 24th, 1988. 8 men participated in the Bunkhouse Stampede main event match. You said you can name 4. Whenever you're ready.
Nikita Koloff.
I'm sorry, Kevin. Nikita Koloff is not an answer. Matt gets the point.
Fuck. I literally just watched this. Because Jim Ross had this on as a podcast episode. Nikita Koloff's not in it?
Nikita Koloff was not in it.
Is it like Dusty and Tully and Arn? Are they all in it?
Dusty, Tully, and Arn were all in it.
I went with freaking Nikita Koloff first.
I also had
Is Zbyszko in it too?
No, Larry Zbyszko is not in it.
I had Dusty, Tully, Arn, Animal.
Road Warrior Animal was in
Hawk
it.
was in the world title match with Flair.
Yep.
And I had Luger. Those were my 5.
Luger was in it, yes. Kevin, you were thinking of the wrong Koloff. Ivan Koloff was in the match. And to round it out, anybody want to take a guess?
I want to say the Warlord was there.
Yeah.
The Warlord was there.
I swear to God, it's still on my save things on Peacock. It's like, you want to continue watching, and it's gonna come up Bunkhouse Stampede.
So we got Dusty Rhodes, Arn Anderson, Tully Blanchard, Ivan Koloff, Lex Luger, Road Warrior Animal, the Warlord. Who we missing?
The Barbarian.
That's the one. That's the one.
Embarrassing.
It's not embarrassing, bro. I mean, it is what it is.
I literally just watched this match last week. Jim Ross literally had it as a topic on one of his podcasts, so I went out of my
will-
way to watch it before I listened to his podcast.
Listen, I will tip my cap, Matt. Once again, you are the master.
He knows how to play the game.
Sure does. Now, Matt, let's be honest. Were you confident that Kevin didn't have 4?
I thought it was a difficult question. I only had 5 at the time, so I wanted to make it a little interesting and see.
Because they all come out in the street clothes, and I remember seeing Warlord in wearing like a cut off T-shirt and freaking jeans.
By the way, folks, you can go out of your way to watch it just for the stupidity value of the entire exercise. It's a cage match battle royal, so you have to throw people out of the cage. So yeah, if you can survive it, go for it. I've watched it. It's something to see. It's something to see. Well, congratulations, Matt. Kevin, listen, don't beat yourself up over it, bro. It was a valiant effort. You had it.
I'm the freaking loser of this. I'm quitting. I'm retiring from Can You Beat That? I'm out. I'm done.
Does the committee understand Kevin's request?
The committee will take you under advisement.
I'm going to let the committee know, and I'm going to let you know. The next time Can You Beat That is scheduled is March 6th.
I'm in.
You have 4
God
weeks
bless you.
to find an opponent. March 6th.
We've got them lined up. We just need to get somebody to fit in March 6th.
Okay, well, they have a month, so you can wait until the March 5th like you and the committee usually do. Or you could reach out today. Or the committee can. I don't know who does what. Don't be looking at me down there, handsome Kevin. Right, your head will be so fucking buried in GarageBand making a fucking commercial that's 7 minutes too long. You don't even have time to reach out to the Can You Beat That committee or whoever you report to. Who do you report to, handsome Kevin?
Hey, you don't worry about who I report to. You just worry about you and your title, all right? That's
I'm not worried. There's no
you
worries.
just worry about the title, answering the questions, right? That's all you need to worry about.
I was worried about my car and May Valentine shitting her pants, and I figured out both those things today.
Yeah. Good job.
Yeah, I think we all learned something today.
I think so.
I think my hemorrhoid's back, by the way.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, you missed that. Wait till you
We don't need to go back. We don't need to go back.
Are you okay, buddy?
No, I might have to push it back in again.
That just sounds painful.
Nah, it feels better once it's back in. Getting
Would
it back
you
in.
ever ask your wife to push in your hemorrhoid?
Oh God, she ain't gonna touch my fucking brown eye. Are you kidding me?
I don't know. She deals in feet all day. I think your butt it can't be that bad.
Actually, she did check it out when I had my surgery to make sure everything was okay. So then maybe she wouldn't have a problem with
How do you
it.
do that? Do you do some weird DDPY yoga pose to make sure
Yeah,
you
I take
see-
my finger and I fucking jam it up the old fucking brown eye.
It's so weird. If that was true, that both hosts of the Shining Wizards podcast got hurt doing DDP yoga in totally different ways. One got a hernia and one got a hemorrhoid.
The Hemi. I got a Hemi. Matt bought a Hemi today too.
How does one get a hemorrhoid?
I don't know.
Nah,
Probably all the
we
stress
already
of
talked
cooking, can
about
you
it.
beat that?
Listen back. Tony gives a whole tutorial.
Oh, you're the best.
Get it? A whole tutorial?
I do. Special thanks goes out to May Valentine for joining us tonight. Special thanks goes out to you guys for starting the show without me and keeping the machine rolling. I was like so bummed that I had to miss the start of the show. So I love you guys for being great co-hosts.
Oh, we love you too, buddy.
Hey, thanks, buddy.
And the committee can continue to go fuck themselves.
As usual.
Next week, Tony is not here. Kevin Kelly will be joining us.
There's gonna be three Kevins and a Matt.
Oh yeah, and William Mercier is going to join us for the interview because that was what he picked when he won the Patreon contest for the month of February.
Just tell Kevin Kelly that he's that Will Mercier's Tony. That's all.
We could do that. And then I think we're going to go down the aisle next week. And we'll have tons more to talk about. 2 pay-per-views to pick this weekend.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah,
NWA.
Saturday doubleheader. NWA Enough Said and New Japan Pro Wrestling New Beginning. I will get the lineups out to everybody early and often. I did slack last week on Vengeance Day, and unfortunately, Kate and Ryan were both at sea, when I got that email out, so they may not have been able to pick for the Patreon list, but they're still in there. They're still included in the standings, so maybe they can, maybe Brendan can do a winning percentage at the end of the 3 months.
Rock and roll.
What are you guys doing?
I don't know. We're dancing. This is what we usually
All
do.
right. Well, I had a lot of fun. I like
This
talking
is fun, man.
guys. And we'll be back next week.
And Kevin, you got nothing to be ashamed of. You played like a true pro tonight.
All right. Whatever helps you sleep at night.
Booster, bro. I'm trying to build you up.
No, I'm done.
It's all about camaraderie around here. It's fun. It's sport.
Maybe, Tony, just maybe, you reach out to Handsome Kevin. Him and Duke, right? They can make a commercial block of all the questions Kevin got right in the past 2 years. And then we can listen to that on a whole episode. That'll take up 25 minutes.
That's kind of mean, bro.
For who?
It's actually a compliment.
Oh, is it?
That means I got a lot of questions right.
Kevin is a very formidable. He's a former champion.
Oh, okay. I thought you were trying to. I thought you were going the other way with it for a second.
What?
I thought you were saying you could, because his commercial was so long.
Right.
I thought you were saying that if you tallied up all the questions I got right, it would be a 30-second commercial.
No, I was saying it would be a longer commercial, Kevin.
Gotcha. I appreciate that,
I
man.
was paying compliment to you. I was making fun of Handsome Kevin because he clearly doesn't understand what 30 seconds is.
I get what 30 seconds is. Duke doesn't know what 30 seconds is.
Kevin Rogue.
Kevin Rogue.
Duke is not here, so you will take the beating.
Yeah, dude, you have to get in the barrel sometimes.
Yeah, well, beat me off.
Ooh.
And with that, we beat you all off.
Yes.
Good night.
We're paying you for $3.
Kevin Rogue.
Good night, Diana.
Thanks.
I
Oh, he has a
find
fun
that kind of endearing that you say that. You know, it's kind of sweet, actually.
Yeah, he didn't have. You better not listen to that bonus episode we recorded.
Oh, for real, dude?
I didn't do it.
I would never. No. You're gonna have to pay the $3 and listen to it.
God damn it.
Uh-oh.
All right, I'm fucking hitting the button.
I was gonna say, who's in charge of the button?